今新たな興奮が始まる。蘇る熱きヒーローたち。超リアルな造形で完全再現。バンダイウルトラ怪獣シリーズ新登場。スカイハイヤー出動。シルバーガル発進。UGM の秘密メカシルバーガル完全合体。コピニカウルトラマン80シリーズコピーより発売中。電磁タイガーもよろしく。
近頃主人の帰りがなんだか早いんです。
あ、小島さん、
番組録画して自分だけのカラオケテープ作ったりして。
日本全国津々ラララ、今度は歌える G ビデオラララ
新登場。
すごい簡単、気持ちいい。
Today on Collect All Monsters, we're celebrating the weirdest, oddest collectibles in our Kaiju collection. Ikimashou!
Well, what's up, everybody? Hello, and welcome to episode 41 of Collect All Monsters. That's the name of this show. It's not the Kaiju Cast. Goodbye, Jonathan. We'll see you later.
Bye, Jonathan.
Bye, Jonathan.
I was going to welcome him to be part of this as long as he wanted to. We love Jonathan, who's going to be helping out behind the scenes because he's our producer right now. And, God, love everything he's doing for the show. He's just kicking so much butt, and we love you for it, man. Thank you so much for everything you're doing. We are here to talk about the weird stuff in our collection, but that's a little bit later. We got a whole bunch of other stuff we're going to be covering. We got a killer news segment for you. And of course, we're going to start things off as we normally do by checking in with each of the co-hosts. Oh, I should say, you'll notice we're down a co-host. Leslie, unfortunately, the hardest working man on Collect All Monsters. Hardest working host on Collect All Monsters. He is working, so he's making that money. And, you know, you got to respect him for that. So we respect and miss you, Leslie. Can't wait till you're back on the stream with us. And I'm sure at some point, Leslie will pop in and check in. He always does.
That's a guarantee.
He'll check in and we'll see his name come up on the chat. And he'll be making fun of us. And Christine won't get away from him for an episode.
Too bad. Anyway, so sad he's not here.
Exactly, right? Anyway, I'm happy to pass this to my good man, David Dopko in Seattle. Tell us a little about what's going on with you in addition to what you may have gotten since we last saw each other.
Well, Kyle and everybody, welcome. So good to see you all. Always look forward to these Saturdays once a month. And yeah, man, I'm sort of doing the copycat thing off of my good friend Kyle Yount. I'm going to be downsizing my collection pretty significantly. And so you'll see
influence.
You are a terrible influence. I mean, I guess that's the opposite of an enabler, right? Like the opposite.
I'm a disabler.
Disabler. Anyway, you coined the phrase biatus. If you didn't, you did for me anyway. So that's a word I'll be throwing around a lot. So aside from a few things that I have on pre-order, Uncle Dave's not going to be getting too much stuff. However, one or two things will trickle in. And let me just show you what has been trickling in. So my good friend, Butch Petrillo, I can never pronounce his last name right. I hope I did it correctly.
He's got some good stuff.
He sent me, out of the kindness of his heart, because he's just a great guy, he sent me something that I was lacking from my collection, an autograph of
Sweet.
Hayata.
Oh my gosh,
Robe. Isn't that cool?
That's fantastic.
I was there when Butch got that signed.
Wow.
You were. Well, that's even cooler now because Kyle was present when this happened. So I guess he has more than one. Yeah, I think so. he has probably more than one. So he gave me this, and if he didn't, that's even more awesome. But thank you so much for this. I will treasure it. I still, one of my goals in this collecting fandom is to definitely meet him at some point at a convention somewhere, or maybe in Japan. That'd be great. Because one of the highlights of this journey was actually meeting Hiroko Sakurai, and to meet them together, I don't think I could handle the awesomeness. So maybe it's a good thing that didn't happen. So anyway, thank you so much for this. You're an awesome guy, and I really appreciate it. The other two things are also gifts from our friend G Akamoto at X Plus, and he knows, and you guys all know that we have this connection with the old Aurora model kits. We talk about it all the time. You know, that's where, you know, we both started our collecting journeys in Japan and then me here in the States. But he knows that I love this stuff. So the first thing he sent me was another version of the Maria from Metropolis.
Oh, wow.
Now, these are, I'm going to show you in the next one what they actually are inside. These aren't the plastic soft vinyl. They're actually styrene. And like we used to do, John, you know what I'm talking about. These are the kits that we all grew up with, and this is pretty much all that was out there before the rise of the garage kit, which happened probably when, John, maybe like
83,
late 80s, when we first saw our first resin garage kits, and the first kits were actually resin cast, and then vinyl came later on. But anyway, so I did get this. Thank you for this. I love it. It's a great movie if you haven't seen it. Silent film, Fritz Lang, classic. And then this is pretty cool. You guys will love this. This is the Gamera 3.
Oh, beautiful. Sick.
Now, let me show you. I actually opened this one up, and I have to hone my skills because it's been a minute since I built this kit. So you can see there's quite a few pieces.
Yes.
And I'm not done yet. There's quite a few pieces for this.
Oh my gosh.
So I definitely have to get the right glue. I don't think my typical model glue situation is going to work. So I think I have to get the right glue, and I have to talk to the right people so they can steer me in the right direction. But anyway, I'm looking forward to building this. Thank you so much, G. You're awesome. And I do appreciate all of these awesome kits. So, and I love showing them off, and I can't wait to show off a finished version. So, it's a collect all monsters, not sell all monsters. I'm not selling anything yet. No, that's not for sale. Relax. Now where was I? Help me, made me change, lose my train of thought. What's new? That's, I guess, pretty much it. Aside from the hiatus and the downsizing, and I'll get more into that later on when things develop. So a lot of interesting things are happening in the Dopco Daniels household over the next couple of months. So yeah, that's pretty much all I've got. And I'm going to pass it over or down or wherever you are to Christine Chapin out in California.
I'll take it over here.
And you're over there. Yeah, no, now you're over there. Right? Okay. Nice to see you, Christine. Welcome back. And,
hi, guys.
And what you been up to?
I know I missed last month. Actually, I was home in New York last month, so that's why I wasn't able to be on. Great to visit family. Great to be back on the East Coast. Now I'm back on the West Coast. I'm over here now. And I'm not really on a hiatus, but I have been kind of being a little bit more picky now with what I want. I'm trying to get a little bit more focused. Because before I would just like buy things that I like, which I like a lot of things. But now I'm trying to focus more on trying to expand my favorite collection. So there's like a few things I've had on the list, and I did manage to get one. Actually, I got this while I was in New York. I got
Our baby.
Super creepy, like, oh my god. And then look at this little derpy derp.
Way creepier than Kimura.
I still haven't fixed them yet. They're kind of warped a little bit, but I gotta like smack them with a hairdryer. But no, I'm excited. Like I almost have the whole Son of Godzilla set. Now I just need the Kamakiris. I can never say it. So that's the last little bit that I'm looking for that. And I did see some pop up online, but I'm kind of waiting for G-Fest. And then like we've been getting so many good, like I got so many pre-orders that I've gotten. And then that I'm waiting to come in, and then and then like G-Fest next month. So I want to have some extra spending money for that. Hopefully we'll get some cool exclusives and stuff. So I'm kind of taking a little bit of a kind of like dialing it back a little bit, buying stuff and trying to focus a little bit more. Plus, I'm running out of space.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, it happens at some point. It happens in everybody's collection. You reach that pinnacle where you're like, where is this gonna go?
I need a bigger house, basically. Bigger house.
That's always the knee-jerk reaction solution. Bigger collection.
Gonna need a bigger boat.
But trust me, I came from a bigger collection. That collection room that I was in last. Oh
my god!
Epic. It was massive. Epic. I'll agree with Epic.
Yeah.
But Epic to clean, Epic to maintain, and like, I mean, it blew people away for sure, and that can't. You know, I'm not upset about that. Like, I loved people's reactions. Somebody was like, "You should set up a camera in here," and I was like, "Damn it, I should have thought of that."
It's a live camera.
Oh my god, that would have been great just to see people's reactions that aren't necessarily in the fandom, just to see what their reaction is. That would be worth a lot of money.
The best reaction I ever got, and sorry, I will throw it right back to you after this, Christine. Our Japanese friend Chelsea. You remember Chelsea, David?
Of course, yes.
Chelsea came to visit us, and she had never been to our house before, and she walked into that room, and it was in prime kaiju collection time at that point. And she like looked at it. She was like, her mouth was just agape, and she turned to Lady Kyle and she goes, "Are you okay with this?" It's very typical Japanese. I was like, "Oh, Chelsea."
That's really funny. She should have said something like, "Blink if you need help. Blink if you need help." That's
blink twice.
But I'm gonna commandeer for 1 second, Christine, as well, because you mentioned G-Fest, which I forgot to mention. I am so excited for G-Fest. I can't wait to meet all of these cool people. A lot of them are in the chat room right now that I haven't met in person, that we haven't met in person. And it's less than a month away now. So
I know.
The clock is ticking. We're going to have a blast. And I maybe in the chat room, everybody can just give a shout out who's going to be joining us at G-Fest this year. That'd be cool to see at some point. So anyway, sorry, Christine.
If you're watching afterwards, throw in the comments if you're going to be at G-Fest. We want to want to get a good feeling of how many Collectile monster collectors and viewers are going to be there.
Oh my gosh, can't wait to see everybody. It's been 3 years since I've been, because I didn't go last year, so very excited. I know, I can't wait to see all of you guys. Have our panel, like, oh my gosh, I hope we'll see all of our, all of you guys, our watchers and fans and Collectile monster collectors there representing us. So yeah, super stoked. I mean, definitely looking forward to it. It's, oh my gosh, it's gonna be so amazing to see everybody again. It's just gonna be overload of emotions.
Yes.
But back to my collecting stuff. Yeah, I didn't really get much. I mean, just a skeezer.
That's cool though. That's a good one.
But I'm looking forward to my pre-orders. It'll be coming in soon. I think that Spiral toy, Godzilla 2019 is supposed to be coming out next month, hopefully before G-Fest.
I think AJ said that it's supposed to drop next week. If I wasn't reading it wrong, like the next Friday, I think he said. If I'm not mistaken,
the next colorway.
It'll be soon.
I know. Yeah.
It'll be very soon. So
that one's going to be the dark one. I think the like darker with the red. Oh, that one's going to be cool. But I think the first pre-order that came out, I think is shipping next month. They had said, possibly. Maybe I read it wrong. Don't listen to me. I'm not sure. Let me double check my sources quick. But
just go in the group. He made a post in there.
Anyways, I'll pass that down to you, John. I'm sure you always. Oh, you're over here. I'm sure you all. I mean, you always have amazing box days. So let's just hit us with it. Hit us with it, John.
Well, thanks, Christine. It's good to see you, Carl and David. Good to be with everybody. We miss you, Leslie. It's been another month, just riding the wave, taking it as it comes.
I was going to take over some of Leslie's duties today. So hang on. Okay, John, you go ahead, man. Go ahead.
Kyle.
Stop.
Okay.
No, I didn't. I have a little bit, just a few things to show. Not. I won't take all the time up. I'm sorry. Something I've been trying to get for a long time. I found a couple weeks ago, and I was finally, and I found, some of us have small Godzilla laser collections. So I was able to find a working laser disc.
No way.
Not Pioneer laser disc. It's heavy. I'd show it to you all, but it's too much to try to pick up.
Oh my goodness.
So I had to pick up where my few Godzilla laser discs kind of left off. So I got a few. This is the one I'm real.
All right.
Record them. That's the key. I'm recording them and ripping them with the same stuff I use to rip my VHS tapes. And this one in particular, Godzilla vs. King Ghidorah, because what's cool about it is that it's got a lot of extras. Not just the movie, but it has behind the scenes.
Yes.
You can see somewhere on YouTube, but it'll be cool to see if there's anything different. With that said, I'm able to rip it, and then my friend is able to scale it up to 4K, which is fascinating. And the quality is not that bad.
Oh my gosh! Wow, I didn't even know you could do that.
Is it AI scaling? Because I've seen that stuff. It turns out 2 of our commercials that we have these days are upscaled. They're upscaled. Yeah, they're amazing.
Yes. So he used Adobe Premiere, but the AI is coming because it's only a matter of time to try that out. Another one I got is Sonic Godzilla.
Oh, nice. Oh, yes.
Underrated movie.
Yes.
I love those Laserdisc covers.
Yes, I do too. Kind of a rare one, but I said, let me get it while I can. Godzilla Raise Again and Godzilla vs. Megalon.
So where do you find the Laserdisc from?
Online?
Yeah, you see that by
and they're relatively cheap, $20, $30, $40. Some of them
that's not bad at all.
Might cost me about $1.50 trying to get King Kong versus Godzilla, but I'll get that in time. I'll try to find it.
That's cool.
Cheap. With that said, I got a couple other little things.
That's a good question from Eric, by the way. Where can someone get your shirt, John?
Oh, thank you. I made this. This is a one of a kind. So I don't know if I can't mass produce it.
Limited edition, my friend.
Yeah. A 1-1.
I wish I could. I want to do a whole series.
One of one.
I got a couple things. I don't know if I shared this last time. I think I did. I got something else in conjunction. This little cast notebook that recreates the cover of The Birth of Godzilla from Godzilla vs. King Ghidorah. It's got the front and the back. Remember the book?
Oh, cool.
Hard to get. Only $30. Hard to come by. I had to ask a Japanese friend to get it for me because they won't sell it to anyone else.
Okay, wait. It doesn't actually open.
Oh, it opens up.
Does it? How many pages inside are actually filled with anything?
Nothing. It's a
no
notebook.
pages. Okay.
However,
I was only curious because I've got the GMK thing, right?
Yes, the GMK has text. I'm gonna share something in a moment. Something I'm working on. And to go along with it, found out a pretty good price. Was the little cast version.
Oh
my god! Cass actually did one. Cass
of their cast. Oh my god! That's
the
funny.
miniature cast. And here's the catch. This book I didn't have in my. I don't know what was wrong with this. They
yes.
And what's fascinating inside, they go into the props from the Heisei era, and they give you all the pages that were in the book. So last week I recreated, I retypeset all the pages, and I'm going to print myself one.
You were out of control. You are
DIY, John.
You are truly like our Collect All Monsters version of the king of all media. That's
yes.
I don't know about that. And now Jonathan might like this. It was out of my. I didn't have it in my Sonorama collection. It's Godzilla's Wife album. Godzilla vs. Gigan that came out like a 70.
Oh my gosh!
I love the cover.
I love that cover. Oh, that's funny.
Yes, the art is more important than the music. You can get the music on CDs. And lastly, not Leslie, but lastly, I've been building up just a small vinyl model, garage kit collection, and I just want to get some of the older kits and just have it just for historical value. And I found the old Kaiju.
54. Yes.
Wow.
That is
So you're not going to build it or anything?
No, I'm not
You're
that
just gonna.
good.
Oh, sorry. You're gonna have somebody, but you just want to keep it like that.
Yes.
You know what? You know what?
That's
That's a great idea, John. You know why? Because those old kits, it's all about the packaging and the nostalgia. It's not necessarily about the kit, because the kit, you can find a much better 54 out there. But
Exactly.
the box and the fact that we saw that, back in the day from Hobby Japan, that's what makes it. And I agree with you. I'm going to do that too. I'm going to get and just keep them in the box. Just have them for nostalgia. Yep.
Because they're probably deteriorated inside in a lot of ways.
Oh.
Yeah.
Well, that's a cool thing. Very nice.
Yeah, thank you. And
thank you for picking up the slack for Christine and I today.
I know. You got us covered, John.
To you, Kyle, because I took too much time.
No, you did not. No,
dude, you never take too much time. That's
you always have cool
that's
stuff.
just playing. That's just playing, John. All right.
I did have a few more things, but I held them out. For the second time.
Hang on. Show them off, bro.
No. I have to walk
people
off.
See.
They're not within walking distance. Not within arm's reach.
There's always next show.
There's always.
Let me say thank you, David.
Oh yes, did it come?
Yes, the Nisei Godzilla, the fake Godzilla.
Yes.
And the small vinyl Godzilla Millennium.
Yes.
And is out of my range to get. I can't, and I really appreciate it. I know that I didn't know the item didn't come yet. So
oh damn it!
I'll share. I know. I'm looking forward to it. Thank you, and the book, which I don't have in front of me to show off with this autograph. Thank you from the sale. I appreciate that.
You're very welcome, and thank you for it went to a good home. It couldn't go to a better place as far as I'm concerned. So
I'm glad.
That's awesome. And you'll be stoked when that other big box comes.
Yes, I'm looking.
That was a hard one to let go.
And a hard one for me to find. I always regretted not getting it.
Good.
Yeah.
Well, now we both win. Win-win.
Yes. Bless you. Kyle, to you. What'd you get, Kyle?
Oh, I'm
anything.
Gonna show off. Yeah, actually, because I'm supposed to be on a hiatus, and so technically.
But you still have to. Coming out.
Well, yeah.
Is it really a hiatus?
It's gonna happen. Hang on. First and foremost, we accidentally skipped over something when David was talking about stuff. There is something happening coming up that David's involved with at the end of the month, and please, I forgot too, bro. Please ignore the date on this graphic, but this is we're having a stream at the end of the month, June 24th. June 24th. Let me just
Saturday, June 24th at 3 p.m. Pacific. Yes.
Awesome.
In my best Leslie.
Yeah, I'm excited. Tell us who's on this, because I don't have the names on the graphic. So from left to right, obviously that's Jessica Etchells.
We've got Jessica Etchells. The next one is Anthony Vaccaro, who can't make the stream, but he's going to send us some answers to the questions that I'm going to be asking. Donnie Winter, Cody Kirsch, Christopher Boya. I can never pronounce his last name correctly. Christopher is the one that goes to G-Fest and designed that beautiful sort of Millennium-esque Godzilla suit. I think,
yes.
And it's just so crazy. He's like a makeup artist. He lives in LA. He's a sculptor, and he's a super nice guy, and he's a member of the LG. I can't even say it. You know what I mean. He's on our team. And then that's, of course, Robert Dwyer, and no one had a red figure, so I just stuck my head in there, too. So we were trying to represent each color of the rainbow. We're going to talk about the rainbow and what the colors mean and what pride means to us and how proud we are to be LGBTQ plus members of this awesome fandom. So hopefully you can all join us. If not, you could catch it at any time on our YouTube channel. So it's gonna. This is the first time we're actually doing this, because we're sort of going on the success of Leslie's African American for Black History Month, and we decided we're going to do something similar to that. And I couldn't get everybody together at the same time last year because everybody's doing Pride things. It was really hard to pick a date. So, but we got everybody together, and there's going to be some cool, special appearances via video. So that should be really fun. Look forward to it. See you all there.
Awesome. Well, thank you, David. All right. And now I will I'll show off the things that I bought this month. I didn't buy anything.
Well, come on.
I didn't buy anything. However, I was gifted some amazing stuff.
That's even better.
And as I go, lastly, I'll thank Leslie. Because Leslie gifted me the GMK,
That's
the
awesome.
gigantic GMK from
That
X
is so
Plus.
cool.
I love this thing so much, and I always had this vision of this thing in my collection, but it takes up such a large footprint that I shied away from it for a long time. And then as I've been sort of honing it down, I was definitely looking at my collection going like, I could probably fit the gigantic and just swap it out for the GMK. So the Yuji Sakai GMK. So this showed up a couple of weeks ago. Huge thanks to my beautiful, lovely friend Leslie, who I love so much, and he just seriously, what the size of the box,
awesome.
I was like, that's the size of Leslie's generosity. It was huge box showed up at my door, and I just feel very lucky, extremely lucky. And I mean, I've talked about Toy Karma before. Toy Karma happens. I
love it.
It does
I'm
happen.
going to put this down so it stops stabbing me in the man boob.
Because he's heavy. He's really heavy.
It's such a cool skull.
He's amazing. Such a beautiful
Well, wait.
sculpt.
I got to be Leslie for a minute. I'm going to be Leslie being me.
Okay.
I think that is the quintessential gigantic figure out there. That's Leslie trying to do me, which he needs to improve a little bit. Sorry, I got to say. But if that's the way I sound, I need to just hang it up right now. But anyhow.
The world's kind of struck her. I agree, Nathaniel. Now, this was an amazing gift, and it would have been like this pinnacle thing to get. But one of the travelers on my trip to Japan last was Kaiju Canvas. If you've seen the name.
Kaiju Canvas.
Yep.
Right.
We talked endlessly about Tig Toy and how I couldn't wait for the GMK sculpt to come out, and I knew the chances were very slim because these are very limited releases, and I was very lucky to receive this as a gift, basically. And it was sort of like, hey, we're giving you this, but we want you to show people that anybody can register for these kind of events in Japan that say Japan only. They're really Japan only because the people who are running them don't want to deal with the pain of international shipments and processing and stuff like that.
Yeah, it makes sense.
Totally makes sense to me. But so I made a video. This last month, holy moly, we cranked out so much content. We had David, myself, and Christine each did a Cam Minute. I did a video about how to sign up for Tenso and give yourself a Japanese address, which allows you to sign up for these events.
Yeah, those are
like Treasure Festa Online is what this was, which happened at the very beginning of this month, which feels like freaking ages ago, right?
Yeah.
But anyway, so
yeah, this was a long month.
Beautiful bad boy. I should show him off way more.
It's gorgeous.
It's
Wow.
beautiful. Great Kool-Aid.
Yes, and you
The
know what?
colors.
I didn't have
Oh my
I didn't have any grape figures in my collection, John. But yeah, this guy's beautiful. I love it.
Wow.
And
I love the face.
Kaiju
The
Canvas
face makes
did a
it.
fantastic job on the paint.
It's just
I'm
all
used to the M1 style where it's the classic kind of you're done with it, you know. This you could clearly tell was spent, like time was spent making this happen. And I don't have my blacklight plugged in. This thing is a glow in the dark, so the vinyl is actually
no way.
It's a blue glow in the dark vinyl, I think, or a purple glow in the dark vinyl. It's heavily painted.
Wow.
It's paint, you know, James's style. I mean, sorry, Kaiju Canvas's style is sort of like you can see it's like multicolored. It's not just that simple spray, right? So there's paint that, I mean, it definitely glows under the black light. It helps to charge it up like crazy, but
Super
it's
cool.
a beauty. I absolutely love it. And what I'm telling everybody is don't get obsessed with getting these immediately from these super rare limited events, because Did you guys hear how many of these were produced for sale and for the lottery?
No.
5, right? Was it 5?
5.
No.
5 pieces.
No.
And that's like, I don't know how they do production at TIG Toy or TYG Toy, but basically those 5, there's only 5 of these, and then the next time they do one, there will be a different colorway. So just follow TIG Toy on Instagram, follow anybody that they talk about or shout
Kaiju
out
Canvas.
doing collaborations with. Kaiju Canvas, definitely follow on Instagram. Essentially, it's part of that new era of collecting where you have to be, as I said in the video, you have to want it more than the people who aren't willing to go to these steps to get these figures. Anyway, I'm spending way too much time talking about it because you should just watch the video.
Cool. And most importantly, if you want one of those figures, you have to practice good toy karma because, right, Kyle? What you put out there comes back to you eventually, and like definitely happens. So good toy karma and everything Kyle just said. So there you go.
All right. Well, thanks, everybody. That's our show and tell. Jonathan, don't worry about the chat stuff. I'm going to do this since I'm taking over Leslie's position for this moment. I'm welcoming everybody to the chat. So thank you for being here. Helmi Abdat, Cone Siphone, Nathaniel Plummer, Kaiju Battle. Hey, what's up? That's Mike Farrell.
Mike.
We got Gonzo from Japan. How's it going, buddy? This is Tanner. What's up, dude? Good to see you. Teal is here.
Teal, yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Thank you for being here. Enzyme 2000, Fanciest of Cats, Eric Stolp, Larry Latham, Martin K. Let's see. Who else haven't I talked about yet here? I feel like that is it. I already talked about you, Tanner. Just kidding. That's a comment from something totally different. Let's see. I feel like Paul Plutzer is watching on Facebook. That's right. We're broadcasting on YouTube and Facebook. 34 people watching right now.
Yep.
Yeah, we did have people commenting about G-Fest back at the time. We're gonna have to look at those later.
Yes.
I do want to highlight this comment real quick because Tanner is suggesting the biggest group photo ever, or over, but I know he means ever. I would love to get a huge picture of all the Collect All Monsters monster collectors that we can.
Hell
How
yes.
rad would that be, right? So we'll be scouting that out at the G-Fest situation. We've got plans for G-Fest. We had a meeting on Monday. I feel awesome about our G-Fest plans. I think that you guys are going to love what we got planned for the booth. The table, which is only on Sunday, if we could do a party, and then also the panel on Saturday should be pretty rad. Plus, I'm going to be bringing my little tiny gimbal, and I think I'm just going to film the entire time. I'm going to try and make like a G-Fest experience. I'm not going to stream the whole time, and we cannot stream the next episode. It is impossible, apparently, for us to stream the panel. But what we are going to do is we're going to have the panel, and then maybe I can throw that video from the panel up on YouTube super quick without too much. I don't know. We'll figure it out, is what I'm saying. Next one won't be live for everybody outside of G-Fest, but if you're at G-Fest, it should be awesome. We are literally putting together a live hour-long, 50-minute version of our episodes. Anyway, let's go ahead and did I say hi to everybody? Well, I got distracted. Tybug1 Rob, how's it going? Joey Chapman.
What's up, Joey?
Collect All Monsters is watching. Woo! Okay. If I didn't get you, it's not because I don't love you. It's because I haven't gotten to you. But I think I got everybody who's at least said hi. So let's go ahead and move along and get into our news segment, which is prefaced with a video.
United Nations reporter Eric Carter with the news.
Also, what we do here at Collect All Monsters is we put together a news segment for you guys so that you can find out some of the coolest kaiju collectibles that are coming your way. And we're going to do this. Skadoosh. Right. We're going to kick this off. Oh, wait. Hang on a second. I think the order goes Mr. Dopko.
There we go.
Followed by Mr. Ruffin. All right. I don't know why I went into some crazy Southern accent for that, but hey, whatever. Before we get started, I want to talk about an event that's happening right now. And if you are in the Los Angeles area, you could go right now and after, not
that's
right
so
now
awesome.
while you're watching this
This
live,
weekend.
but to this event happening all the way through the 20th. So several more days of them showing all 15 films of the Showa era from Godzilla.
Cool.
And this is put on by several people, including Creature Bazaar's Kwang Lei, who I love what he does in terms of like putting together screenings. I would love to catch one of those. Christine, I hope you get to see
Yes,
one
I
someday
know.
down at the Los Angeles area.
I gotta get down
They
that
had a
way
special
more.
guest last night. Steve Rifle was there talking
That's
about
pretty legit.
post-discussion talk with Steve. Always love Steve. They also have some autographs that they're giving away, which reminds me I need to reach out to Mr. Jim Cirinella of Celebrity Icons for giveaways later on. But yeah, it looks like a super, super fun event.
Yeah.
And because Leslie's not here, I'll just quickly take on a little bit of his. I'll do a tease. You'll have to go out and find the extreme details of this. But he was going to talk about the Spiral Studios Legacy Series King Ghidorah 1991, which I got to say looks pretty
Massive.
Pretty nice.
Spiral Studios does not skimp when it comes to their guys. So I would say if you're interested in that, go check out Spiral Studios, or there's probably information on kaijubattle.net. Anyway, we'll go ahead and pass things to Mr. Dopko.
Hey, cool. So, there's a preview of what I'm going to talk about. John Bellotti Jr. of Robo 7 strikes again with his brand new officially licensed Ultraman Ultra 7 shirt. And his Ultra 7 t-shirts are printed on 100% cotton, heavyweight material using a hybrid silkscreen printing process to ensure the vibrant colors and durability. And you can see right there, our very own Jonathan Portman is modeling this awesome shirt. It's got all of our favorite Ultra 7 monsters, and it's just really cool. Having bought two of his first shirts, one for me, one for Keith, I can tell you right now, I've washed it many times on regular cycle and dried it on regular cycle, and it hasn't lost one inch or one bit of the vibrant color. So there's that. It's a really, really great shirt. So these retail for $30, and they're available right now to pre-order on robo7.com and also Big Bad Toy Store. And the shipping is supposedly going to be late July. And here's John at, I believe this is the 5 Points.
5 Points.
Oh,
Five
yeah,
Points
5 Points
Festival
Fest.
with a very special Sofubi master, Kaminaga-san. And that's really cool that he's showing one of John's shirts. And I think I've got some more images to pass around. Okay, now let's talk about this one. Now this one is going to be this also Ultra 7 red limited shirt. It's a collaboration with Vampire Robots and can only be purchased at the Vampire Robots table at G-Fest. And it's limited to 55 pieces in honor of Ultra 7's 55th anniversary. And these will also be $30 each. I was told to say only 2 per customer. So there you have it. John is just really. Oh, and I had to put this one in. This is the very first Ultraman shirt modeled by my husband Keith Daniels, and he got onto the Big Bad Toy Store website.
That's
very awesome. And I got my photograph of Keith wearing John's first Ultraman shirt, and he loves it. And cool. It's go get yourself one and support one of the most awesome people in our fandom who's worked with us in the past to create some really awesome art. Yeah. So that's pretty much all I've got from my news. Christine, what do you got for yours?
All right. Well, I'm also going to continue on with the apparel. We've got a new drop by Cavity Colors. We're continuing the line with their Heisei series. So now we've got shirts. They've got like hoodies. Unfortunately, no skinny jeans, no skinny leggings this time. But just a reminder to everyone to please, if you bought any of the skinny leggings, please wear them to G Fest. So you can do a group picture with Leslie. And
Yes.
Oh, I can't wait to see how that plays out.
We need the group photo. But I mean, again, they're just knocking it out with some of these beautiful. I mean, cavity colors. They have just like really just bright, vibrant, like popping images from the Heisei series. We got Batra, Rodan, King Ghidorah, Space Godzilla, and the Heisei Godzilla.
I'm gonna get that tie-dye Batra. That's awesome.
Oh, yes. I know that one's sick. So I mean, I have one of their hoodies, super comfortable, really soft. They're screen printed on I think 100% cotton. But a really great stuff. So these you can pre-order them now. They're set to ship out I think like July 14th. So I mean, nice. Really they always have really great stuff. I love my hoodie. Comfortable, and they just fit good. And I mean, Heisei Godzilla, you can't go wrong there. So I'm really excited for this release. Nope. And I'll pass it over to you, John.
Yeah, those are available right now. So make sure you
pick those up. You can pre-order them now.
Check them out.
Cavity Colors, and there's some great shirts. My news item was simple, but it got a little bit more interesting as the days rolled by. If you're getting the Godzilla Toho Tokusatsu official Moat collection, keep up with it. There's 3 new ones that I have on the way from Amazon Japan. This first one, Rainbow Man. I have to get it because it's going to be a total of 40 of these books. And if you get the whole set, I think that helps you be eligible to get the King Kong versus Godzilla script reprint.
What?
Yes.
You gotta get that. You gotta get that.
That's cool.
Gotta get them all.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah. Then also this been released is Godzilla versus Violante. Gotta have this. And also the next one, Get You the Three-Headed Monster.
Oh yeah, I want that one.
Oh, that's cool.
I love that.
I have them in the mail. They're very inexpensive. They're going for like 700 yen.
That's like nothing.
That's reasonable.
Right. The shipping's $4. Yes.
So, John, question for you. Are they going to be available at the Kinokuniya bookstores here in the U.S.?
You took the words right out of my mouth.
Sorry.
Yes. And they're not overly priced. When I was up in Edgewater about a month ago, they were $11. So
not bad at all.
That's totally fine. Under $20, it's pretty good.
Yes. I ordered these last 3 a couple days ago from Amazon Japan. Get them in not just spend a whole lot of money on shipping. So wait for 3 to come out or whatever, 4, and then order them. And that way it makes it worth it at least, $25 shipping costs, well, at least to get here to Philly. So these are really nice. And you get the whole set, the notebook, but the chance to get the script is what it's all about. The script.
Yeah, wow.
I think I have a picture of that call on the next slide, I think. Yeah, this is a must. It's a beautiful reprint.
Oh, that's so cool.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yes.
Wow.
Yes. And now, a couple days ago, I didn't realize it until I woke up on Twitter. And now I know, Christine, you know all about this big guy, Kyoto.
Yeah.
Oh, right.
Goji has popped up for distribution again, to about $2,000.
Awesome.
On Amazon Japan. I mean, who would not want this? Now, I can't.
Oh
get
my
this
gosh.
too big. And I can't
great opportunity to get it again. This is.
What's the yen
price? Though, the yen price is 19. What is that? 90,000 or whatever it is. So it'll be probably about $1,500, $1,600 maybe.
Not bad.
No, that's not
bad.
Well, I think this is one of those things. If you are interested in this, it comes up every once in a while. This thing gets re-released, but it's few and far between when it does get re-released. So I would say this is a prime example of don't pay too much on the aftermarket because it does kind of come up. This specific price though, if you have the money for it and you can pay for it right now while the exchange rate is low,
right?
I would say this is not one of those ones where you want to pre-order it and then wait, because if the exchange rate climbs back up, that's going to get a lot more expensive.
Yes.
Wow.
Anyway.
Thank you, Kaiju. Yes.
That's a figure.
Hey, Siri,
that's
what's 19,800 yen
in
US dollars.
Yeah.
$140. That's I mean, you know how much?
Wait, what?
$1,400.
$1,400. Okay, I was gonna say, wait, what?
Wow.
100.
I mean, this is a
actually. So the deal was it was actually Michael's amount was wrong. He's missing a zero there.
Zero. Yeah, I always get that wrong too, and I'm Mon and
So, John, do you remember there was a magazine out there in the late '80s, early '90s called Kit Builders and Glue Sniffers?
Yes.
And they first featured this kit I know it's a crazy title, right? They first featured this kit in that magazine, and I saw it for the first time. It had an illustration of a dude who built it in a room that he couldn't get it out of. And the captain said, "Always build your kit in a room with a big enough door." and then it went on to have an article about one of the modelers that I used to look up to, David Barker, who used to do those dioramas of the garage kits. Anyway, I have that magazine. I'll show it off on our next episode.
Oh, cool! Yes.
One of the first ads ever for this kit in the U.S. So
that's cool, David.
And all these years, I never did get it because it's just. I had to make a special meme for this, and I showed it in our group, and it was it said, "Ain't nobody got room for that," because I'm just bitter because I don't have any room for it, and I don't think I will in the near future, but. It's a good buy if you want one.
That's way too big to squeeze into David's collection right now.
Yeah, I wouldn't be sitting here if that thing was in the collection. It'd take my place in the.
I got one when it was just released the last time. Gosh, I don't even know how many years ago it was now. But I got
You still have it?
Steve. It's actually in Las Vegas. Steve's gonna build and paint it for me.
Oh,
yeah, I'm on his list. So yeah.
Steve has built probably about a dozen of these, if I'm not mistaken, and they take a really long time because that vinyl is super thick, and Steve does it to perfection, and he uses doll's eyes.
Yes, I love how he does the eyes,
and they're just absolutely amazing. I saw one of his pieces, Paul Romero, one of the people in our fandom. I saw one at his house, and it's stunning. Like. Steve's build-ups are definitely worth it. If you guys buy one and you need one, put your name on that list if he's still taking new clients, because I've never seen one build better than Steve.
I remember him saying, "I'm not building any more of these later."
He's got
I barely squeezed in with it.
He's got one for Richie too, I think.
I think he's almost done with Rich's, actually.
Wow.
Cool. Anyhow.
Wow.
Cool.
That's a beast.
Giganticer scale.
All
right.
The biggest gigantic ever.
So actually, that
next to the human size.
Moves along to my news item.
Yeah, what you got?
And what do I got? Well, I'm going to be talking about a very special statue being released. It is my pleasure and honor to bring our next guest onto the screen in just a second, but first I want to give him a little introduction. I don't know if you guys are aware, but there is a connection between the dark mind of our featured guest of this little news segment and Heidi Klum and guinea pigs. And if you are unaware of what that connection is, it is the connective tissue inside the dark mind of Paul Komoda. And Paul Komoda is a wonderful artist. If you are not familiar with his work, you definitely have seen it shared by me and some of my co-hosts. What's up, Paul? Thank you for being here. Let me just quickly say that we have been working on this for a long time, man.
A little while.
I'm so glad we're finally able to get this taken care of. But Paul has worked on, this is now the fourth or fifth figure from Acro that you've been involved with, right? That's you've got your Astromons, Bemular, Gankyu, and the Bird Eaters too. So and now Zeton.
That's a whole story. Yeah.
So now we're here looking at Zeton. This is Paul's Zeton from Ultraman, and this is of course Acro's Kaiju Remix series. Tell us a little bit about this Zeton figure, Paul.
Yeah, well, this came up. I'm not sure whose idea was to do it. I remember us showing them I guess they were asking if I had any other designs I wanted to work on. I remember I had a few drawn up because I had, as I've related sometimes before, like the Benular design came from something I drew late at a Denny's in Woodland Hills one night. I was just sketching out, and it was moment of inspiration. I was like, let me see what this monster looked like. I just drew him out. And some years later, this was after I'd done the Astromons actually, but they loved that Benular design, so they said, hey, let's do that. And I had some Zeton designs as well. I think that's probably what prompted the direction I went in here. And what it was an interesting idea too. It's like, okay, well, Paul, you're going to get to do the first monster that Ultraman met and the last one in the series, and so it made a kind of sense.
That's cool.
And so what I wanted to do was find the direction of it, and I wanted to not give it a radical redesign at all. I wanted to keep it very identifiable. You looked at the thing and you know exactly, obviously, what it is. And but I just wanted to throw my own sensibilities onto it too. A lot of organic detailing. I knew I wanted the translucent parts to be, to have like an inner structure as well. And I also wanted to adhere very much to Tolnarita's original design drawing too, where the balloons were a lot longer. There was a bit more of there's sort of an elegance to the way he did it. It's kind of simplicity. So I wanted to keep that, the basic head design and the body outline similar to that.
Very cool, man. So this is technically, for people who are paying attention to Acro's releases and might understand what we're talking about here, this is Paul's version of Zeton. And previously, they had a Zeton release where, just like all their other remix stuff, there's a very sort of different view of what the monster looks like. You can see in this slide here. This is Paul's on the right, and Akinori Takagi's on the left here. And it's very, very demon-like, actually, on Takagi's. Yeah. I love that they did a second version with yours. I'm just kind of wondering, did they tell you why they had that decision?
That I don't know. It was a little bewildering to me at the time because suddenly there's this bit of a delay, and they wanted to get right onto the next one, which was the GameCube, which I was cool with. But and then this guy got the Kage version got released. I'm like, well, I love that, but I don't know what's going on there. So that's not a question I have.
No worries. You said earlier you had a vision for the inner parts, for there to be a structure on the inside as well as the outside, so that you have these translucent parts included in Zeton here. Are there anything? Is there anything that fans should know? Are there any secret compartments? If you pop off one piece, there's like a hidden Easter egg that fans should know about?
No. It's just more sensibilities. I like the idea of having something very anatomical and something you look in and see there's an extra dimension to something on the inside. But that would be cool. I've always wanted to do something that would be like that, where you get like a vinyl toy or whatever, and there'd be parts that you could remove to reveal some inner structure or skeletal aspect of it and all that, or another creature living inside of it. But that's something I'd like to do in the future, actually.
That would be really cool. You should just maybe introduce that into whenever you get to do the Godzilla remix figure. I'm just saying, or a Mega Godzilla remix.
Oh my God! Yeah, please, I sort of a bucket list of things. Kind of, it's always hard to tell because I always change my mind about what things the other ones that I want to do. But it's always in the back of my mind. I was like, I want to jump on that one version of this guy.
Well, if you're interested in learning more about what Paul is into for kaiju and what he's done in his career, then tune in to the video that we post just after the episode. It should be ready to go. And from there, thank you again, man, for being here and for taking the time to chat with us. Would love to have you back on for another one of your future releases. So please, you're welcome anytime on Collectible Monsters. And if you ever have anything you want to show off specifically, just hit me up, because we
absolutely for there. Future stuff. But thanks for arranging this. This has been a lot of fun, man.
Well, I think we're muted.
Muted. Sorry, I'm muted. I'm unmuting myself now. There you go. That's the interview with Paul Komodo.
Nice work.
And,
that was fantastic.
I love
can't wait
Paul.
to see it.
He's so great. The full interview has been uploaded to YouTube. It needs a thumbnail. So as soon as I finish up this episode and get some dinner later, I'll whip up a thumbnail and get that going.
I can't wait to see it.
So you can check it out. We talk about all sorts of stuff. Outside of Zeton, we talk about the Kaiju Remix series. We talk about his upcoming Kaiju Doom series. I could talk with him for so much time, but it's about an hour-long conversation. So
Excellent.
Check it out at your leisure.
Very cool.
My news item, thank you very much, David. My news item is Paul Komoda, please excuse the typo there, Zeton, and basically, unfortunately, this has already ended its pre-order window, but in July, check out the sites like Ami, Hobby Search, but be prepared for the footprint. Even though it's not going to be a massive figure, footprint size, it's a 38 centimeter figure.
Wow.
So this is going to be a very large Zeton, not in scale with the rest of the Kaiju Remix series, but about 200, probably what we're thinking that's going to be about like $150 to 20,000 yen.
Nice.
So make sure you check that out on any of those websites. If some of them offer a notify me if it becomes available button. So I would definitely suggest checking that out. Now, before we move along, there's a wonderful picture of Paul.
Guinea pig. Yeah, he loves those guinea pigs.
Before we move along to our intermission, we have one more thing we wanted to really quickly touch on, and that is the licensing expo that just happened earlier this week, I think. Gosh, this week definitely. And basically, Mondo had a presence there, and Goji Franklin, our good friend Franklin, was there at the licensing expo and shot this killer TikTok of the offerings, the kaiju offerings, because he's a kaiju guy, so he specifically honed in on the stuff we care about here. All the cool releases that are coming out from Mondo. He got a cool experience to chat with Hector for a little while. There's Peter's Mechagodzilla, which is going to be pretty rad. I'm looking forward to
very exciting
Mondo's future Sofubi releases for sure, the toy releases.
Very exciting stuff. It's cool. Are you guys looking forward to any of these? Like, are you going to pick up any of these new releases?
Oh, the Mecha for sure.
Well, for sure. The Mecha is kind of a no-brainer, but I really do like the Space Godzilla.
Godzilla.
Those subtle pink sprays are just really great. And thanks for doing this.
Beautiful.
Thanks.
There he is.
With Hector.
And Hector, yeah.
I'm definitely excited for that Space Godzilla. Like, I was all about the blue glitter one, which I still am, but that Cherry Blossom.
With
the
came
blue
out of nowhere.
highlights on the crystals.
Everybody loves that one, yeah.
Gorgeous.
And just to piggyback on Kyle's last segment news item with Paul, I think that should have been the Zeton that we got in Shin Ultraman design.
I can see that.
Right.
Yeah,
that would have fit perfectly with the aesthetic instead of that Evangelion thing. But people like it. That's cool. I would prefer something a little bit more like akin to the original design. And Paul perfectly did what I would love to see. And he's just super talented. I met Paul in Chiller Theater in 1996.
Wow.
In New Jersey. And it was crazy. And I was just like, oh, hi, Paul. Hi. I'm just a little guy who loves your stuff. And he was promoting, he was doing a Hellraiser. He did a Julia with no skin and the flesh Julia. And he was also doing a Dr. Chenard. And I was like, man, this guy is twisted and I love him. And
content warning if you're interested in looking up Paul's stuff. He does some pretty bizarre and freaky
it's out
imagery,
there.
So
it's out there.
And
he's a great guy, and I can't wait to see this interview, Kyle. So,
thank you very much. Thank you. Now that's going to do it for our news segment. We do have a giveaway, so make sure you stick around after the Kaiju Oddities segment. But let's go ahead and take ourselves a 2-minute break as we kick off that intermission right now.
the Thing, Godzilla, monster of monsters, and the mysterious Thing defy man's mightiest weapons. See Godzilla versus the Thing in color and Terrascope.
さあ、みんなが大好きなウルトラマンエースが風船ガムになったよ。鳥獣やエースのかっこいいおまけが、楽しい。ロッテウルトラマンエース風船ガム。
あれはカブトだ。いやいやセミだ。ちゃうぞ、カブトゼミだ。ワンちゃん、いやワンガルー、ペリカン、いやペリギン、かっこいいんだから。高徳トイスのいただきメカ新発売。
今新たな戦いが始まる。最強の怪獣がゲームで決まる。爆発する怪獣の怒りが格闘アクションを変えた。スーパーファミコンソフトゴジラ怪獣大決戦。さあ怪獣になろう。
また現れたか。今度のやつは強すぎます。最強です。慌てることはない。これをダンシングゴジラ。なるほど、最強には最強か。
今三菱の超最強神を買うとモノマネマシン付きダンシングゴジラが当たります。
All right, welcome back to the second half. Look at that. First half, an hour even. Nice.
Look at us.
Well done.
Look at
Not
us.
that that ever has to come into play by any kind of like Kyle rules at all. But hey, how's it going, everybody? Thanks for sticking around. We have even more people watching, 43 people watching right now. Thank you for being here. Streaming on the Facebook and the YouTube. And we are going to be talking about the weird stuff in our collection. Whose idea was this? John, was this your idea or was this Leslie's?
I think it was my idea.
I think it was
But I hope I
John's.
had some good ones. I think you all's will be better than mine.
I think everybody's going to have some good ones here. We kept the definition loose, as I like to do here on the show, because I figured, an oddity or a rare or obscure or weird figure, we are all going to have our own definitions of that, right? So I figured, why not let our own definitions guide us of where we're going? If you can't tell, all of this is coming off the top of the dome as I go to grab my first figure. So I think what we should do is we each have 3, right? So
I think so. Yeah.
So I'll do
I got
one,
3.
and then we'll move to David. We'll just go around the room.
I love it.
One at a
All right,
time
all right.
first, right?
I like it. Let's do it.
Yes.
Blow me up, Jonathan, because this is something that actually came out pretty recently. I think maybe 5 years ago, which doesn't sound recent, but geez, right? I guess I'm old. So, actually, first up, you guys know I love more than just kaiju about Japan. I love Japanese culture, and when kaiju and Japanese culture cross, that's where you get my attention on some of the weird stuff. So David Dopko, many years ago, gave me a real one of these. It's an annual tradition in Japan to give, or to get even, a daruma, which is daruma is a small, usually red, not always, doll. And when you get it, it's got 2 eyes that are empty. You're supposed to make a wish or a goal for the year, paint one of the eyes in, and at the end of the year, if your goal came true or your wish came true, you're supposed to paint in the other eye. Regardless, now we don't have a temple here in America, so I didn't do this, but you're supposed to take it to the temple at the first of the year when they have their big bonfire, and they burn them all. So I didn't really want to burn my gift for David, so I kept it. But that's the real daruma. Actually, if you're a fan of Peter Santamaria, he did his very own daruma figure.
I have one.
Which
Yeah,
has
it's
beautiful.
beautiful.
It has a very
Awesome.
Peter Santamaria flair. Very cool.
That's cool.
Did you know that they made some kaiju darumas? Daruma, I should say.
think I
without the
did.
S.
I did
Well,
not
this
know.
is the
That's
Godzilla.
right.
Oh, right. That was
Oh
on the
my
the promo.
God.
Yes.
I forgot all about that.
Absolutely ludicrous, absolutely silly. But there he is in his little angry face.
He's awesome. That's so cool.
Now, as you can see, he's already painted, so he's not supposed to be functional for a Daruma. But I also didn't make any wishes when I got him. I just my wish was to get this, and that came true. And so he's up on my shelf. Anyway, so that's my first weird, wild oddity of the Kaiju Oddities. I feel like this is definitely something that could be a series where I come back and because I went into the garage and dove in for this one, you guys.
Found some weird stuff in there.
That's awesome.
There's some weird stuff in my collection. David, though, let's hear what you have to say. What's your first Kaiju Oddity?
Yeah, I've got some pretty weird stuff in my collection. And Kyle, you're going to be in the land of weird stuff when you live in Japan. So you're going to have all kinds of things to show us that you find in your travels, just your daily life. So before I do it, I just want to show off Paul Komoda's Bemular statue. So you guys can kind of see it in person. Kyle has one, but I think it's way on his shelf. But
that's my favorite one he's done.
He's super talented. Yeah, this is the favorite one. My favorite one too. And
that's awesome.
I wanted at least one of his figures in my collection, so I'm stoked to have this. So
you brought up Paul Romero earlier, by the way. Paul Romero said that the Astromons that Paul Komoda did, which was the first figure,
that's right.
Was like, that is a perfect figure. Like I remember him saying, that is
I do too. That's
absolutely perfect.
It is, and if I allowed myself to buy anything representing different Ultra series, like I'm limiting myself to the first series, the 66, original series with Ultraman. I can't do it. If I allowed myself to go down that path, I would have definitely owned that Astromons too. So just saying. So, all right. So what do I got that's weird? So I don't know what to start with. I think I'm going to start with, I'm going to do like the weirdest for last. So this is something that Kyle actually helped me get from Japan. And it sort of fits in the weird, obscure, and rare because people do know what it is. And of course, I'm talking about an old X Plus Pashimboya bobblehead.
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
Now,
that's basically a prop replica, dude.
Yeah, this is essentially if I don't know whether the head was supposed to bobble in the prop, but if it did, this is like the scale of the prop that sits behind Mr. Taco's desk at Pacific Pharmaceutical. So this is I love this. I actually have a T-shirt from John Bellotti he did years ago. The head of Pashimboya. I know the only other person who shares my passion, pun intended, for Pashimboya is actually Leslie's lovely wife, Sandra. She loves Pashimboya too. So thank you, Kyle, for this. And I showed this to G. He's like, where did you get that from? I'm like, apparently it's rare even in Japan. So this is very cool. And if you haven't noticed it when you watch both versions of King Kong versus Godzilla, it's briefly in the US version, but it's more prominent in the Japanese cut. So look for Pashimboya.
Gotta get that widescreen version.
So gotta get that widescreen version. He is the official companion for Pacific Pharmaceutical. So that's rare and weird, and I love it. Okay, what do you got, Christine?
All right. Well, I don't even remember when I bought these, but back in the day, I was all in collecting like these weird, like just random ceramic things I found. So what I have here is a Godzilla in a building, salt and pepper shakers.
Oh my god!
And I love these installed. But yeah, I don't like. I'm not 100% sure who made these because there was just some random thing. One day at work, I remember someone was like, "Christine, you have everything Godzilla." And she's like, "Do you have a Godzilla? Is there a Godzilla salt and pepper shaker?" And I was like, I don't know. So I went online and looked, and these just randomly were on eBay. When she said that, and I was like, "Oh my gosh, I need these! I love me some salt and some pepper." So I mean, what more perfect thing to have on your table than Godzilla salt and pepper shakers? Yeah, super cute. I don't know exactly who made them. I want to say that it's Takara Japan. I'm not 100% sure because I know back in the day, like back in the 90s, they were putting out all sorts of this kind of style.
I
stuff,
remember
like
seeing them
destroyed
around, but I don't know the
issues.
name either.
What else was there?
Ashtrays.
Like, I had there was ashtrays.
All the
there was
Godzilla,
a pot.
all that stuff. So cool.
So
okay,
there was
salt and
something
pepper
kind of unique.
shakers.
Salt and pepper shakers.
They're right here on page.
And it's like a little
page
destroyed
34.
building.
We went right to the right side.
Oh no way! Does it say who made it?
I'm looking. It doesn't say it in the photo. It just says Godzilla HC 1901.
I remember seeing them in shops in New York
Little
City
like
way
the
back in
pepper
the day.
ones, all
So
like destroyed building. I
They
mean,
may
I
have
think they might.
they may have been
They might
re-released
still
over
be
the years
online.
too. So because I think
Oh, really?
they've been around for a minute. Those little porcelain things.
Well, yeah, they're so cute, and I just like, and I like them. And I used to have, I don't have it anymore, but I had like a teapot, like a Godzilla teapot. He was like hanging on the edge. It was super cute, and I sold it. I'm like, why didn't I put like a fake plant in it or something? I can't do a
that
real
would be
plant,
great.
like,
Yeah.
I kill all my plants. I can't even keep a succulent. Like, come on, they're super easy. I've had 5 succulents and they've all died in the past year, so I give up.
Too much water.
No
Too much
info
water.
on the manufacturer, by the
No
way.
info.
No
All
info.
right.
On
Yeah,
it
it might not be licensed.
Yeah.
It might not
yeah,
be
maybe
licensed
not.
like I thought. So anyway, they're cool. I love it.
Yeah, they're awesome.
I love
too.
that ceramic stuff. I have a couple of
I
ashtrays.
know, they're fun. I have like a little, I didn't have this part of my thing, but little ceramic, the chopstick holders.
Right, right.
And they're super cute too. Gosh, there's just so many cute random. I like the random kind of stuff. I had a Godzilla calculator. Okay, I'm going on now. All right, John. I'll just keep going on about.
No, go on and on.
Okay,
Now,
we love it.
Christine, if your salt shaker breaks, it'll be just fine. Because the building it should be broken.
Oh,
so
that's
still
right.
work,
I'll have to glue.
you know?
That's
It'll work.
true.
So
Make it
I
work.
had a tough time figuring out what would be best to share. These are not, I'm not going to share a figure per se, but these are just some oddities, things that I collect, but I think others collect as well. I'll start with, let's see, let's start with, if you were to, if I could ever get my collection displayed properly, one item I would sit on a coffee table, which, because I have plenty of these, and I'll show 3 of them, and David will understand why they're important.
Let's see.
You know, and I've shared these before, but you have to have.
Oh yes, TV guides.
TV
Yeah.
guides.
Yes.
So you know, an Ultraman, the Space Giants,
All of it.
Speed Racer, Astro Boy,
430
and most
movie, Channel
importantly,
17, all of it.
when Godzilla.
My grandma used to have a ton of those, and I wish I would have took them when we sold our house. She had like just stacks of them.
Nothing
That's
like
cool,
going
man.
through and finding when you were watching Godzilla, you know, on
Oh
Channel
my
17 or
gosh.
whatever it might have been. So these are the little odd things. And sometimes a few of them have Godzilla ads in them.
Oh,
So
really?
not just the
I
listing,
never knew that.
But the ad, yeah.
That's cool.
Yeah.
I remember, John, that when they used to show Godzilla versus the Smog Monster, I remember, I don't have it in front of me, but I remember the caption that they used as a teaser. Japan celebrated dinosaur battles a big hunk of pollution. And
That was the tagline?
science fiction. That's all it said. And it's like and I'm like, that's enough for me. I'm sold.
Exactly. I'm sold.
But those descriptions are really funny about what these channels would say about the movies. You know, I used to hate when they'd make fun of the zippers. Oh, get ready to see the zipper in the back. You remember that, right?
Yes, we Willy Webber would do it all the time. Oh, especially when Ultraman, the next episode of Ultraman. They split
I
on the
love
zippers
Willy
now.
Webber, but I want to slap him for saying that. But anyway.
I know. And a lot of times I didn't understand what they were saying because they were using words and ideas and plays on words. I'd be like, huh?
Yeah.
You know, but yeah, great stuff. I
Very
don't know who
cool.
else collects them from your childhood. If you really
I need to start.
find a lot of them on eBay. for
I need
dirt
to
cheap.
start.
Yes.
Cool.
Kyle, back to you for your next
All right. Well, let's just go ahead and I actually, you know what I'm realizing is all of my Kaiju Oddities are generally new releases. I don't know why. That's how it happened. Like, I swear this came out like maybe within the last 10 years, and I'm gonna go with this one, YMSF. When I was a kid, I loved the Mad Balls. I only had one or two of them when I was a kid, but when those came out at Toys R Us, they were the coolest sculpted things. Like, and I look back on them now. I still don't have any, but I look back on them fondly and think of like how they influenced my monster love too. And so when YMSF started releasing these Hedera Mad Balls in vinyl, I had to have one.
That's pretty
and they're really affordable.
Weird, yeah.
Really affordable. I think probably $60, $75 brand new. And
so
shipped
cute.
from Japan, if I remember. So and YMSF will be at G-Fest. I don't know what they're going to have for sale.
Cool.
Hopefully. Actually, let me just say, YMSF has been killing it with their sculpts lately.
Yes, they have.
Whoever is doing their new sculpts, I'm not trying to talk trash about their old stuff, but the new sculpts look phenomenal. The GMK looks great. The Orga, everything
the
that they're
Rodan
doing,
looks really good.
Yeah, the Rodan, everything that they're doing looks so good. So make sure you're checking out YMSF. They've got a presence on Instagram and on Facebook, and they will be at G-Fest with the table. So yeah, that's my guy, this little Mad Ball Hedera, just a crazy little kooky thing. But for me, this makes me feel like they did actually make some Godzilla and Mechagodzilla Mad Ball-esque things. They weren't Mad Balls. They're more just like squishy balls. But I have
and then the rubber duckies too.
Rubber duckies.
The Godzilla rubber duck and the Biollante rubber ducks.
YMSF, at this time, they were doing some weird stuff. So they had some rubber duckies, and they had the ball.
I remember that, yes.
I can't remember all the things. But
it's like something from an arcade or something. It's like something you'd find at an arcade or something. Like
I know, right?
Stuff. It's really cool. It's just different. I like it.
I do wish this was like foamy. Like
Mad
Balls were.
Squishy.
Oh, it's not? Oh, I wish it was.
No,
like a Nerf.
Vinyl.
Like a Nerf kind of feeling to it,
Yeah. But anyway, that's my second one. That's the little Mad
You could bowl with that.
You should bring that to G-Fest, Kyle. We could have a competition. What's that game where you all sit around in chairs and you pass the object around, and whenever the music stops, that person's out? Yeah, whatever it's called. Yeah, and you just kind of do that ball. Yeah, and the last man standing gets to keep it.
I mean, I don't know if I want to give it away.
I know.
Maybe YMSF could provide us with one for a game or something at the party.
We could
play Godzilla music in the background.
Jesus Christ. We could also use my next item. Now, I'm going to show you 3 small, really weird things because I have to show them off. And we could actually substitute that Mad Ball for this. This is a squeaky.
Nice.
I mean, this is the weirdest thing. Like, is it a dog toy? Is it like a human toy? My dogs aren't going to play with, that's for sure. But it's Kyle. You remember when I bought this, don't you?
Yeah, man.
We bought this at the Sunshine Building. They had in Ikebukuro, they had an Ultraman festival, which was on a different floor across from the Godzilla festival, and they had a big bin of these. And I just grabbed it. I thought that was cool. And I asked, I'll post a picture later on. I asked the sales girl to hold it up when I was buying it. So she's kind of like this.
Aww, cute.
So it's a memory from that festival, and it's just bizarre. It's a squeaky Dada head. I mean, it's just bizarre and weird. All right, so another thing that I picked up in Japan. This is actually a replica of something that's hanging on the wall in Kaiju Sakaba. It is the Jamila, replica of the Jamila that you put your hand in his mouth, and he tells you whether you're a true Kaiju fan or not, because the eyes light up and he roars. I forget if you are or if you aren't. I don't know, whatever.
If you
are.
So
if you are. So it's really cool, and it looks exactly like...
If you aren't, then they kick you out of the restaurant, and
you
have to go to the hospital with
you're done. Yeah, you're done.
With no hand.
So kind of obscure and weird and cool. This is going back to my roots in South Jersey by the Pine Barrens. This is a Japanese gashapon of the Jersey Devil.
The Jersey Devil.
How random is that? Talk about
crazy.
Random.
And you found that in Japan?
No, actually, I found this. I think I got this in New York. This is like so old, but it's they did a cryptozoological Gashapon series, and I had to get the Jersey
Yeah,
Devil. because
back
that's
in the
my-
day, I remember Diane had a bunch of those on her website as well.
Did.
Yeah.
That's right, but I love it. It's the image of the Jersey
cool.
Devil, my home state's own monster. So, and then in this next round, I got one more show. This is actually from Real Head, and I did get this in Japan. This is a Cyclops Maneki Neko.
Nice.
And
Those are
it's
so
really
cute.
weird, and he's sort of hollow and translucent, so he can kind of go on your finger.
Oh, finger puppet.
Kind of do
there
kind
you
of
go.
stuff. I don't know if it's a straight up finger puppet, but he lives upstairs, and I guess he brings good luck because Maneki Neko with the one
I was
paw
gonna
up
say,
means
what does he
prosperity
bring?
and cash and money or whatever. But he's really
Really
cool and he's
focused.
pretty weird and obscure. So
Love
That's
it, dude.
what I got.
And he's at that cross between kind of like a monster and Japanese
Yes.
tradition that I love.
Pop culture clashes harmoniously with Japanese folklore, and I love that sweet spot, and Kyle does too. So really cool. All right, Christine, what you got?
All right, so I actually got two small things for my next round. The first one, I don't know if you guys remember these, but back in like middle school, high school, these were like all the rage.
Yes.
This actually my friend, because I used to have a bunch of these, and I don't know, I guess over the years, like I must have lost them or something. But my friend Mike Keller had one. He sent it to me.
Tamagotchi?
Yeah.
Oh.
The ones that are like, do you guys remember you open it and like it like moves for a couple?
No, I don't.
And
Do you
so
ever
that's
have one of
Triceron from
Triceratops.
Ultra something.
Oh,
Yeah.
cute.
Also,
I mean, kind of a kaiju. It's a little because Triceratops is my favorite
Okay, so
dinosaur.
what you tell people is that's oh man, what is the name of that? There's an Ultra capsule monster from Ultra 7 that looks like a Triceratops.
Oh,
I
Agira.
love it.
Agira. His name is.
Agira, yeah. So
Agira.
that's your
That's
your
cool.
pocket monster, Agira.
Yeah, my little
Thank
pocket
you,
monster. Because I remember these were
And
all the rage back in the day.
Yeah.
Agira is on John Bellatti's t-shirt too, by the way. So there you go.
Oh yeah. Oh okay. Well, maybe I'll grab one of those.
Oh, you're
Yeah, I love
making.
these things. I used to have these all over my
Oh.
backpacks. I'm like, now I want to find more. I wish I still had mine. I had tons of these things.
That's something Jessica Eschels would love. She loves those little pop-up thingies,
Yes,
right?
like the
Oh no,
Trendmaster
Jessica
stuff.
specifically
Yeah.
has like the Trendmasters miniature heads,
diorama
of the
thingies.
cities.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She makes
Yeah.
her own too. She'll
And she
make her
makes
own
her
little
own
thing.
too, yeah.
Yeah.
Yes, she
Very
does.
talented. And then my
You're making
second
me
one-
want to go get some other oddities that I forgot.
Oh yeah.
Oh, get him! Go,
Yes.
go, get up!
Hey,
All right,
go,
all
go,
right.
go. You got some time. So my
We can-
last
we-
one
we
is.
can, oh, that's what I was gonna say. That's those clay things. They did a wind chime.
Yeah.
There you have it. That's it.
And actually, this was a gift from Dowell. He got it from.
Aw.
I think it was from Kimono My House. This was like, oh my gosh, I don't even know how many years ago.
That makes
So,
perfect sense because I remember seeing
yeah.
them in there.
Yep.
Yep.
And I've never seen one of these before, but it does make a really. I don't know if you can hear it.
Oh, yeah, you can.
A really pretty sound. If you have,
Cool.
like, I've hung it up. I used to hang it at my other window, and like the breeze would blow up. But it's super cute. Like, I love this kind of stuff. Look at how cute he is.
He's very
And
cute.
he has this little Godzilla tag on here.
And it's
Yeah,
in that
like you said.
series along with the salt and pepper shaker, right? It's part of that
Oh
collection, I
yeah,
think.
yeah, because they look
So-
really like I feel like they're made and like painted of the same kind of
Yeah. So
Yeah.
those
stuff.
bells
But
in Japan, they have
Oh, neat.
glass. They have glass balls, right? A glass globe with a hollowed out bottom,
Oh,
and then they totally have like the string coming down with a little tag.
yeah,
That has
A
a
flag.
decorative tag
Yeah.
too. It's,
And it
it's
catches the
so,
wind, the tag catches the
again,
wind.
that
Yeah, and it
also
just makes
hits
us a
that
pretty,
sweet
like,
spot with Japan's
a
culture.
pretty noise, a little
Love
pretty
it.
sound.
Great stuff.
It looks like it goes with your salt and pepper shaker a little bit.
That's what I just said.
Oh yeah, we were just
Oh,
That's it.
okay.
Great minds think alike. We are so on the same page, John Ruffin.
Okay, yeah, that was scary.
For better or worse, I don't know.
Yes, yes. When I saw
All right,
your
John.
Christine, when I saw your little
Oh.
little dinosaur, it made me think.
Oh,
and
now I can't
it's
open it.
usually on my shelf. You know, when you go to
dang
get
it.
something
Oh, here we
that
go.
disappears. I have the
Oh.
Godzilla Tamagotchi. Remember that, you all?
Tamagotchi.
Oh my gosh,
Tamagotchi,
yes,
Yes.
Tamagotchi.
I never
That's
Those
what
were
I
at the
thought
same
that
time.
Yes, but I did find this.
Oh, dude.
what's that? Yeah, let's show us what you got, John.
Real quick.
Oh, that's
John,
weird.
show us that. So this company
Oh my
that makes this, what's the
gosh.
company that made that? Do you see the? Is it
Um,
Presto?
Probably. Oh, let me see. Oh no, Takara.
Oh, of
Okay, so
course.
that's
They
the
always
fun.
make.
All right, yeah.
So that's the year I lived in Japan.
I love
Oh my
it.
gosh.
I love
As a
it.
kid, we got a a series of like, I think it was like a thing of
cute, John.
mittens that were like strapped together so that you would wrap around the kid's body, and I think if you close the hands, they would have the Godzilla roar or something in them.
Cute.
That's cool.
Yeah, the exact same thing. That green plush with the yellow plush nails.
Yeah,
I remember that.
And also, I watched the Goonies for some reason.
Perfect.
But here's a couple little, since we're sharing multiple oddities.
Yeah.
For the one thing, you know, remember the old this Godzilla 1998
Swatch?
You have
the Swatch.
You have a Godzilla Swatch.
I wanted one of those.
98, but I love swatches. I collect
I
swatches.
remember this.
I bought all this 98 stuff before the movie came out. That I found everywhere I went and saw it, I grabbed it. I actually never took this out the box. But
I was going to ask you that. Oh my gosh.
Swatches
but
are
here's,
really
here's another little oddity. When it was the Subaraya from 2001, like the anniversary, a little watch.
That's cute.
Cool. I like that.
Well, let me share the real oddity that I wanted to share. That was just stuff that was in the way. In the 90s, when my brother first introduced me to Kinokuniya, well, it was Yaohan in Edgewater, New Jersey. Yes, 93. We went over there. My Godzilla book collection was very fledgling. I just had a few Japanese Godzilla books from 84. And I came across this scholarly text on the Godzilla in nature. One of those, and it goes into biology, the cells, and
love the cover.
all the good stuff. Yes, it gets into the DNA and how maybe the possibility of Godzilla. It's a really interesting book. Wow. Well, I knew back in the day that there was something else that went along with this. They made an Ultraman one as well, very popular series, a couple of books, and I finally found it because I think somehow I learned about it.
What?
And I'm trying to open up the little sleeve to go along with. And I showed this in a box day, but I show them together. The software that went along with the book.
Oh, right. That's right.
And so I'm getting close to. I'm trying to find an emulator because it's the old classic, Macintosh.
Oh, floppy disk.
Yes, and it's a
oh my
HyperCard
gosh.
App. And I went down in my basement and fired up some of my old Macs, but the monitors just don't come on, but it took the disc. If I can trying to find something that will, and I know there's an emulator out there for HyperCard, and I would love to be able to get this, fired up and get a sample and just get pictures, screenshots of it.
Yeah, man, awesome.
Wow, floppy disk.
Yaohan Plaza days.
Yes. And it's kind of cool. It's probably just a simple. Kind of like early website kind of hyperlinks. HyperCard was an interesting program. You associate text with images. I made a HyperCard program application for when I was in chemistry, and I won an award for it back in my early college years.
Wow.
But,
nice.
Yeah. Did something on ozone layer. That's it. Now, I did have one other. I have a very important oddity to share, but I really wanted to also share. Oh, I forgot about this. Hold it. This was the main one. Well, one of the main. You know what? We do.
We got one more round to go. We got one more round.
I know, but I have a couple other.
You got more? Let's see. Let's see.
I mean, it doesn't have to be a series. We can just bring out all of our weird stuff right now.
And this is a long time ago. I shared this book I had gotten, and it's on Japanese fanzines, like the history. So one of the little oddities things I like to find are books, Japanese fanzine copies of the early fanzines and things. This one is awesome, and it just focuses on Godzilla vs. Biollante. Has some great little fan articles, really dope. Here's another one that came out. Now I'm not sure. Well, it is a fanzine, but it was created by the Committee of Godzilla Resurrection back in '83 when the new movie was approaching. So this is pretty cool. 83. And the last one, and I would, if you can get them.
Yes.
Yamada's
Yeah.
That's
two of them
fantastic.
so far, so I'd like to get all of them if I can, but they're hard to get. So that was the little oddity.
That's great. You know
That's
what?
awesome.
We all need to duplicate that cover with our collections before.
I know, I love that one.
Yeah.
I love that
Yeah.
picture.
That would be huge to see a photo shoot, like somebody, shoot us in the circle with some of our favorite things.
Yeah.
At G Fest would be
Remember
cool.
that thing I
if you
said
could-
in our group chat?
Yes.
Yeah. There's like a
It'd
whole
be
bunch
great.
of them I want to redo. Yeah.
That one
If
is
you could go to G Fest, and this would be staged where you could just take a photo, sit down, and get the.
Oh, yes.
Oh man! So is
We
that
can
what we're
borrow
gonna do for
M1
Booth?
stuff.
Right.
All right.
That would
Make
be
it
good
happen.
as a keepsake photo.
They'd probably be down with it.
I want that book. That's like a must-have. That's a must-have.
And the other stuff I wanted to share was just the odd. I love 84 stuff. I have so many 84 little collectibles.
Is that a pencil case?
It's a pencil case.
Love it.
I shared this, a number of episodes ago. But from the little books.
Oh, those little books. I used to dig
There was
those.
so much. 84 is such a seminal year. All kinds of just little goodies and mini comics, but nothing trumps the next round.
Oh, I can't wait to see that one.
Yes, something's a treat in there.
I wish I would have kept my little books. I bought a bunch of those little books in my early days, and they're geared for kids. So I gave them to Cody Roberts' kid when he was starting to get into this stuff. So I sent him a whole box of those books. Now I'm like, I should have kept one or two of them. But
Well, they're
really
special.
fun.
Build
They're
your
great.
libraries. Don't let them go.
I know. Kyle, what's your next weird thing? What you got weird?
Okay, so out of the 3 items, I thought this was the most weirdest, but it's also another recent release. You guys are familiar with a Japanese animation program called Crayon Shinchan?
Oh, yeah.
Maybe.
Is this?
Maybe? Okay, so
I'm
this
not
is
sure.
a long running Japanese kids program, I guess. Shinchan, he's kind of like cheeky. He's literally constantly pulling his pants down. And he also has a Godzilla figure that the pants.
Oh, that one. Oh, yeah, okay. That one. Yes.
Cheeky Zilla.
Yes.
Technically not Godzilla, I believe,
Zilla.
but when
we all
I saw
know. We
this
all
was
know.
getting released, I was like, this is hilarious.
Bootyzilla.
And
Yes.
I feel like when this came out, there was a very distinct. It was so polarizing because a quarter of the collectors were like, "Oh my god, I've got to have this," and a quarter of the collectors were like hugely offended by it. Like so offended that they were like berating the collectors who wanted to buy it. But overall, I think there's
Awesome.
under 50% of the people didn't care about it at all. But yeah,
Yeah,
this
that's
thing
funny.
it's a classic Sofubi style, like very soft vinyl.
I think it's hysterical.
It's awesome.
Yeah, I think it's hysterical too. I know, and Leslie was like, "Oh, we showing asses now?" Okay, so
Right, that's right.
So
I think
yes.
it's cute. It's like I fit in the middle somewhere, Kyle. It's like I think it's funny as hell, but do I want it? Probably not. But I'm
I
glad
don't
that
know
you
why
have
I
it.
felt like I had to have it. But yeah.
It should come with the tail. I would surprise it to just make a tail that's
Suction
pop
out of his
off.
butt.
I think the deal is that the tail came off and he lost the tail, and the butt is just there.
On his way back from the bathroom.
Yeah. Something.
One of those
Anyway.
bloopers on set.
That's funny. I like that.
Gotta have some cheeks in the collection. You're right, Christopher Hill.
And I love this segment. Maybe we should do this more often, like once a
this
year.
is
We should
fun.
do our
That'll
oddities
be the
because
best.
not show like 3, but just show 1 because we all got some weird stuff and obscure stuff.
Yeah.
It's really fun. So, all right, my turn. This is, I
Definitely.
think, the coolest and the weirdest and the most obscure, even though you guys probably know what it is, and I love it. And it is the collection of Sushira.
Oh, I love
Yeah.
pictures of them.
From Yamomark, and they're all glow in the dark. Rice kaiju kind of looks like an Ultraman monster. Kind of looks like
Yeah.
Kevlar a little bit, doesn't it?
Yes, it
like
does.
Kevlar, and with
Yes.
the things on the back. So we've
Yeah,
got
yeah.
an ama ebe, a raw shrimp, raw sweet shrimp. We've got a fatty tuna toro, which is really cool. And then we've got a tamagoyaki.
Yes. Looking
Well, the
good.
sushi fights
And
back.
the
Looking
egg
good with
omelet.
some seaweed.
And you can see it's got the little seaweed wrap around it.
Yeah.
And these, I had to get this little sushi display thing from
It's
Daiso Japan. It was set me back
Oh.
at $1.50. It was really cool.
Love
But
Daiso. Never on the Daiso.
these are great, and I want all of them, but I think 3 is enough. I mean, they did so many, and there's another monster that looks like Gyoza Kaiju. I don't know that creature's name.
Gyoza.
You have that one.
There's a
That one,
Gyoza.
I think I may need to get the Gyoza Kaiju to go with this, but they look really good and they make me hungry, and they're great. I got these 2 from Hobby Search, I believe, and one from Hobby Search, one from Mandarake, and this one was from Linda Conrad, Chibi Goji Toys.
Oh,
So
Nice.
she's got
Were
cool
they
stuff.
were they expensive?
They are kind of pricey for what they are, but again, it's like Kyle and I. It
different.
melds that
They're
line
pricey on
between
the secondary
Japanese
market.
traditional stuff, pop culture, and food that I love to eat. So it's like it's a no-brainer for me. And these live
If you
upstairs
can
in the
get
kitchen.
them like right when they are released, then they're not expensive.
They're about $60 when they're first released,
Yeah.
but in the aftermarket, they hover around 100 a piece, which is a little bit high for what they are. But I love them. They're obscure, they're weird, and they're delicious. Okay, so I've got more stuff, but that's all I'm going to show this time. I'll save the rest for our next installment
next
of this
year.
segment. So, Christine, what do you got?
All right, my last item I got was out in the 90s by Bandai. It's a Godzilla drink pourer, so you can put like a little can of soda or something in here, and then I don't know if you hear it.
Oh, that's
awesome.
Yours when you pour. I actually haven't used it to pour juice yet because I'm a little afraid. But like, there's a little nozzle here, so they have like this cool little insert here. So you open the can, you put it in. There's like a little hose that comes down in, and then you just. It's so cute.
That's awesome.
It's so cute.
I have to say, from a consumer warning point of view, I would not use any products that old to actually pour liquid through to go into your body.
No,
Like,
no.
and plus,
So-
those things, you don't want it to like anything to break down the plastic. Yeah, those are so cute.
Yeah,
Very
no.
cute.
Yeah.
And it says drink. Oh, I don't know if I can see my reflection. Oh, drink Godzilla juice, 350 milliliters Godzilla juice. Nuked 89%. So maybe this is a Godzilla 89 then. I just saw that right now. Nuked 89%.
Probably is.
Super cute. Yeah, I love it.
Cool.
So that's my
That's
my
cool.
last little guy.
Very cool.
All right, John. I know you got something cool for us. As your last
I've
unique
shown
piece
these
here.
Thank you. I've shown these before, but one item I have not. And these are small items that I love, and are I guess they're obscure, but you can find them. The first is 3 little items. The Godzilla skin.
Oh, I
that was
love
a
that.
giveaway that comes
I want
from
that.
a Godzilla suit.
I want that. That's cool.
Cool.
That I love.
You'll find, yes. And for us growing up, this was everything, and to have one, I think I've shared this a long time ago. The whistle.
Oh, the
that's
space
cool.
giant's whistle
Yes, Miko's whistle.
to summon the space giants, right?
Yes.
Oh my god, that is obscure. That's cool.
Yes. Now, something was funny. Someone put a 35-second blooper of the show on Twitter last night. I downloaded. You got to see it.
Wait,
because
what?
you see Miko is and Gam are like been down. It might have been an episode. I think someone said 35, and he comes out and he's going to call, I think, Goldar, but he blows it once, and Gam is right next to him.
I was already
he just
there.
laughs.
Oh.
Yeah. But, okay. And I've showed this before. This, the Godzilla claw.
That's super cool.
Oh yeah, that's really neat. Oh man.
Oh
Yeah,
man.
claw.
I have one of those
Little
So I
piece.
have that.
Oh,
I
okay.
have that, and put it up again so we can
Put
see
it
it.
back up.
Okay, so super pain in the butt to frame, by the way.
Oh, really? I haven't
Yeah.
thought
So
about doing
what I
that.
did is I went to Michael's,
Oh, that's
the
cool.
craft store, and at that shop they have lots of different shadow box options.
Perfect.
And
I was going to say that.
They have a shadow box specifically that's like a multi-depth shadow box where you can buy it and you can choose how deep you want the box to be.
Oh, that's cool.
So I bought that, and I bought so it would be as deep as possible. And then I had to like cut my own backing for it and cover it in black. It was a DIY project, John. So you ready up for this?
What kind I like?
I took
Got to go to Michael's.
I took a piece of fishing line, and I passed it with a needle through the cardboard, through the velvet, and wrapped one around the claw, so it was being held up here, and then wrapped another one down here at the base of the claw. So just a heads up.
Look at you. That's cool.
Excellent.
It was it was like one of those things where I was like, oh god, how do I do this?
That sounds
that
sounds really involved. I would just use some of that earthquake tack to stick on the back and stick it on there.
Oh yeah.
Right. Well, this is the last of those my little obscure items.
I don't have any of those things. I want one of those scales.
This one, I don't think, Kyle, you have this.
Oh, I knew that was coming.
So I don't have that one.
Well,
Kyle, that's not GMK. I have a GMK scale.
This is the Godzilla versus the Godzilla Fest Gigan.
Oh, nice.
That's cool.
Scale.
That is super cool.
Well, so Kyle, how much would you pay for this? Because you're not going to pay anything, but I'm going to gift it to you for your home.
You guys. Stop this.
So this is yours.
So cool.
How did you get that, dude?
I just found it, and I didn't
don't have
sleep
to reveal
on
your
it.
secrets. It's fine.
But like, it belongs. It should be in Japan. So
that's right. It needs to go back to the homeland. You're right.
Yes.
That's excellent. That's excellent.
I'll get it
That's
to you.
really cool.
So
Oh,
you
you guys.
You can have it with your claw.
So ultimately, that is a Ghidra scale because to save money, Super I don't know who did the costumes. They used Ghidra scales for Gigan. That's why he looks that way. That's not new stuff. They used the suit to make it. So it's Ghidra / Gigan.
Yes. So knowing how much you love Gigan, it would be fitting to go with your Gigan collection.
Well, thank you very much, John.
Dada approves.
Okay, so one of the things about Japan that's just amazing that we all know is that when the properties decide it's time to start just like opening the door on licensing items, you get stuff like these crazy squeakers that David's got. Lady Kyle has a Dada train pass case. So it's like
nice.
on the front it's like plush and kind of like maybe like leathery, and then on the back it's got a clear window where you can stick your train pass.
That's cool. I want that.
Yeah. So Japan's filled with all sorts of stuff. David's right. I am going to probably be showing off a whole bunch of crazy stuff.
Every episode, you got to show us one thing. That's cool.
Yeah, one crazy thing you found.
So I don't know how I miscounted there. I had 3 items, and now instead of me saying, hey, look, here's my next item to share, what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be showing off our good friend Chris Eaton's oddities. He sent us some really cool stuff from his collection.
Yes.
Right, right?
This is Diego from
yeah.
Shinpei Hayashiya's movie made by Atelier. Then there's a 1998 film from Fox called Gargantua. I've never seen it myself. Never seen it, but this was a promo figure made for that movie.
Wow, look at that.
He has I need to set the stage here, if you're unaware. Hideaki Anno, who directed Shin Godzilla, Shin Ultraman, and Shin Kamen Rider. He, as a youngster growing up, was such a creative and such a fan that he had to make his own stuff. So he made, with his friends, he made a Return of Ultraman starring him in this Ultraman jacket.
It's awesome.
So Medicom made him into a figure. There's also a Sofubi style figure of him like this too, interestingly enough. And then finally, this is the monster from Colossal, the movie with Anne Hathaway.
Anne Hathaway.
Oh,
this
that's
is
fierce.
from Mondo.
Wow.
I like it.
That's not the last thing. This is Yongari. Now, if you guys know Yongari from the 1967 Korean film, he looked quite different than this. This is actually the 1999, I think, version, aka, oh my gosh, what is it? What's the other one? People help me in the chat. There's like they did release it in America. It is absolutely horrible, and there's like actually, so I need to see a documentary about it. But yeah, it is essentially this movie that was made with practical effects, and then somebody came in and was like, "This is cheesy. We're gonna use CGI" in 1999.
Oh
and
boy!
Wow!
Absolutely horrible. Thank you, Robert.
No.
Reptilian.
Yes.
Reptilian is the name. It is a freaking terrible movie.
I see parts of that.
Absolutely horrible. Anyway, so this is Yongari. This is the Reptilian that he's got here. Long explanation, but there you go. Thank you, Chris, for sharing that. I would like to take this opportunity to say that if you have some cool Kaiju oddities that you'd like to show off, make sure you go and post them in our Facebook group, the Collect All Monsters Monster Collectors. We're always looking for some new blood, and always looking for people to share cool pictures of their Kaiju collection, and we just absolutely love that. It doesn't have to be figures. We love all angles of the Kaiju collectible life. We are going to go ahead and close out this segment. Thank you for joining us for this Kaiju Oddities segment. We have a couple more things happening in this episode, starting with a giveaway. And so to welcome the giveaway, we're going to be bringing on our Collect All Monsters Monster Collectors moderators, which are Jonathan Portman, our producer, Ryan Wilhelm, and Nick Sides.
Hey guys!
What's up, guys? I think I want to do this version.
Howdy.
No.
Hi, boys.
This version for now. Yeah, I guess
See
this is more for now.
There.
Doesn't matter because pretty soon we're
Good
gonna be
evening.
showing off the collector moment. But Jonathan Portman, why don't we give you the big screen real quick because you're showing off our giveaway.
Yes, of course. Not only am I showing off the giveaway, but I'm also showing off this newly made Collect All Monsters T-shirt, the mystery, Unsolved Mystery style T-shirt. So you can get that at TeePublic. There's a link in our Facebook group for that. So it's a lovely shirt. I love it. Very comfortable. Very fits well and amazing.
Timeless.
So timeless. Yes, indeed. So what we're giving away this month is it's a little different than the stuff we normally give away. We normally give away like a vinyl figure or like a vinyl record or something like that. But this month we're going to be giving away a copy of Yoshiro Honda's biography by Steve Redfield and Godjeski.
Already.
Honestly, I already have another version of this, and it's a great book. It's a great read. I sped through it in like a couple days. You will love it. If you don't know, there's a lot of great information in here about Yoshiro Honda. A lot of pre and post and during the war and post-war stuff before he even got into directing. So really great stuff in here. It's a great book, and so yeah, that's gonna be the giveaway this episode. So whatever the hashtag is, make sure you guys are on top of it because this is a must-have. Right here.
Oh, that hashtag is Hondathon.
Oh.
So, if you would like to win in the live chat right now, type in hashtag Hondathon. And what we're going to do is we're going to run this through the old giveaway tool. Not Bondathon, Helmy, but actually just go ahead and keep it like that because I don't need the shipping cost to. I would totally bring that to G-Fest for you, buddy. But yeah, Hondathon is the hashtag. We're going to use the giveaway tool in just a second. But you know what? These guys are here for. They're here to show us the cool collector moment. Is there a...
Yes.
You ready?
Yes, and there is something else I kind of wanted to do if it's okay with you guys. Since it's such a fun episode with the Kaiju Oddities, I thought it'd be cool, at least one oddity each for myself and for Nick. And for Ryan, I know Nick definitely has some oddities, so I figured, real quick, I'll just run through mine. So, this little guy, I'm sure everyone's familiar with him.
Oh yes,
Oh yeah.
I have
Okay,
one of
so
those.
yeah, these guys. I don't know where I got this, but I know that my grandmother, back when I was very young, maybe like 1989, I was like 4 or 5. This was one of the first gifts I ever got from her, and it's like a pencil grabber or like it grabs
I think it's
things.
like a
So,
card holder, like a business card
Yeah.
holder, maybe.
So like you can open it and it basically holds everything. I kind of just have it singing up in my on my display shelf there. But I was in love with this so much, and I for some reason I get on these nostalgia kicks. VHS is one of the biggest things.
Yeah.
So I had to go online and get the other color version of this. It's like a light brown. So
I've never seen the brown one before.
That's cool, man.
So now I have.
Did that come loose?
It came. Well, what's funny is this came loose, but this was just like it had like a tag on it. I don't know where she got it. It was probably
Okay,
at like
so they're
a
like
gift shop.
tagged. I wonder if they had like a card and header. If they were just tagged. I had one when I was a kid too.
I don't think they had a card and header, maybe like a tag or something. But they, actually no, there is a. Forgive me. There is a little sticker on the back of this one, and then on the foot, made in Korea. So
there you go.
There you go. This one kind of,
Yeah,
I don't know. I
Sean
think I
loves
might have
that.
picked it off when I was a kid. Me being young and down my trouble. Like,
I don't want this.
I don't want this. So I took it off. Anyway.
So Jonathan, you could put that on your lapel. How cool would that be? He could grasp on it, wearing a jacket. Put him on the lapel.
There you go.
You could be styling.
I love it. Perfect idea. But on that note, I think we're going to move it along to the man himself, Mr. Ryan Wilhelm with.
Good evening. So the oddity I'm going to share with my wife and daughter, I'm not a big plushie person, but they went to Hallmark one day and my daughter came running in the house and she was like, Daddy, we got you Mechagodzilla. And I was like, you went to Hallmark? What are you talking about? Well, I got this Squishmallow.
Oh, look at that thing.
So,
That's so cute.
This guy he's got so much glitter and it's kind of crazy.
I love the mouth and eyes.
Dude, I love this guy now. And apparently there's more in this line, so I'm kind of in on it. So, yeah. Mechagodzilla.
Yes,
Pretty cool.
love it.
Oh my god. Kick on with
Perfect.
Squishmallow.
What a great
Cool
gift.
anime.
Yeah, man. Very cool.
Nice.
What do you have, Nick?
Okay, so to pair it off of the figure thing, I have a black hole Kaiju by Malcoy. This skull's really weird. It's got a lot of hidden stuff in it. Like
look at that. Man.
That's
cool,
weird.
man.
That is
Yeah.
It's got like a volcano on the
I can dig it.
Yeah,
Awesome.
super weird. This is the blind eye version. So the other versions had pupils, but this guy doesn't. So he's kind of fun.
Cool.
He's
I
weird
don't
and
have
wonderful.
many. Yeah,
Yeah.
very very weird. I think they're
Love it.
Taiwanese
That is fun.
fabricators, but yeah, it's fun, goofy, little obscure. Fun.
I love it.
Very cool.
Fantastic.
Awesome.
Okay,
Kaiju
so-
Obscura.
Yes.
Yes. All right.
That's you.
so The reason
you.
that
That's you.
that we bring these guys on here is for the collector moment.
That
All right, take
segue
it
was
away,
flawless. Flawless segue. Loved it.
Thank you.
Indeed.
Jonathan. Or actually, I don't know who starts. Take it away, whoever that is.
Yes.
I love
Okay.
it.
So this, I saw this and I had to, Vincent, always great content, but this one especially so unique. I love. Okay. By the way, I used to have a set of these. I think I had like an 84. I don't know if it was like legit or if someone just kind of made it on their own. But the money in Godzilla We Trust.
Yes.
From Vincent Perez. What a cool. I mean, yeah, Kong's got the money, I guess. So.
He's selling that berry juice on the side.
Dude, so speaking of money, Andy Peters, I want to give him a huge shout out. We're talking about the Giga Gem here, guys. He looked for this piece 11 years, we're talking. 11 years.
Wow.
Closed mouth, glows in the dark, Giga Brain. Shout out to the three heads.
Awesome.
Andy Peters.
Sometimes it doesn't matter how much money you have. Some things just don't come up, and this
thing is amazing. This is amazing.
Wow. Oh, it's awesome.
Okay.
Oh,
So,
I like this.
Kaijus and cars, or cars and kaiju. Brian Siddall
great.
posted this, how he was getting rid of his old car for a new one, and he managed to get 84 through 95 as a license plate. That is so super cool. I would totally do something like that. And so I love how he had to pose with these two side by side, two that I have in my collection that I love dearly. It just resonated with me immediately, and thank you, Brian, for posting such a cool photo in Japan.
So cool.
Clever
Yes.
dude.
Yes,
Clever
it
dude.
is. Had
Very
me that
classy.
license plate too.
Bang Kong, real quick shout out to Chasbro Toys and his first piece, Bang Kong.
I
If
love
you guys haven't seen it, such a rad piece, so whimsical.
cool.
It's a classic. It goes, as you can tell, with any Sofubi in your collection. So
Shout
shout
out
out
like
to
Tiki
Chaz.
Bar.
This
Oh,
guy is
yeah.
amazing. Yeah, Bang
it is.
Kong.
Bang Kong.
Oh,
Such a cool piece, man. Really dig this. Check
Makes-
out Chazbro on Instagram.
Makes me want to open a tiki bar,
I know it's a cool piece.
Yeah.
right? I mean, it's
Ooh,
like
planet.
it needs a tiki bar to go with it, right?
Very true.
Ooh.
All right, and I John posted one of these earlier, with the little record. So I gotta throw it out to the Sonораmas with Sonoramania.
Yeah.
The Kaiju books as
Right.
well. Like this is just a haven, and it's like a love fest of stuff. I had to post.
Wow.
It was so big, I had to
Oh,
do
the
two
yokai. Yep.
because of how cool they are. They got the yokai in there,
Yeah.
which I just watched those movies recently, and I'm absolutely in love. I cannot believe I
Cool.
hadn't seen them
Welcome to the
earlier.
club, Jonathan.
So I'm so
Me too.
enamored. I was like glued. It was like the first time since something that I hadn't seen that I loved.
Oh yeah, Kyle's got it.
Other than Godzilla. There you go, Kyle.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yes,
wow.
yes. My
Nice.
favorite.
Yes.
I'm like obsessed.
Yep.
I want more. I need more. But I need
Jonathan
more.
Beardsey has an amazing collection. If you've not seen it, he's posted it a
Jonathan
couple
really
of
does.
times in our group. He's got some vintage. He's got some books. He's got some new pieces. He curates it beautifully. So look for his stuff in our
Diane
group.
had a lot of kaiju pieces at G-Fest, or excuse me, yokai pieces at G-Fest last year too. I was pretty impressed by the stuff she had.
Oh, cool. Hopefully this year she will too.
And shout out to David Hernandez for this epic SH Monster Arts Heisei style showdown.
Shot. Wow.
I don't have any monster arts in my collection anymore, but seeing stuff like this makes me miss those days where that was all I was into. And I mean, they set up such phenomenal pictures. So shout out to David. This is a really cool shot.
Yeah, man.
great one.
Great stuff.
Great perspective.
Okay, so this was Matt's collection. I loved
Oh,
it for
I
the
love that
aesthetic of the picture, but I don't know. It's Zagoran. I have no familiarity with that kaiju, so I asked Matthew McCree, Octeal, and he pointed me to kaijuartcollection.com. So it's like from a kid's book called Sakai no Kaiju, which is World of Giant Monsters, and it was printed in like 1967. So it's like an obscure kaiju that they started making toys of, and then has its little cult following. So
That's
super
really
awesome. Bunch of different companies there represented. So really cool little collection. I
Kinda
love
scary,
micro
Nick.
collections of obscure
Scary
weird
monster.
stuff like that. Yeah. Creepy.
I would be afraid to read a book with that monster in it. To be honest,
And
with you,
it's
if I was
funny,
a kid.
like the first book, it's mostly like prehistoric, like
Oh, he got eaten by Zagora. Oh shoot, Zagran.
Oh, there he is. He's back.
Sorry.
Surprise!
Prehistoric.
Very
Yeah,
cool.
awesome
I love that.
collection.
The
Yeah, that's
aesthetic of that
really
photo
neat.
too. Very nice
Well, I love
choice.
micro collections like that. It just caught my eye. So I'm like, okay, what is this kaiju? And luckily, I was talking to Matt at the time, so he's like, yeah, look this up. I'm like, oh wow, that's tight.
Nice
So
choice.
it's cool. That's got a little bit of history behind it.
Indeed.
All right.
Very cool.
Yeah, of
Oh,
course.
boy.
Alex's
this is
collection
beautiful.
is so enviable.
Oh,
It's such a
man.
gorgeous
Beautiful, that
collection.
glowy.
Surprise,
Nick, you can
Surprise,
do that
surprise.
too. You know, you can totally
Not
do that.
quite.
Yes,
I-
you
you know
can.
what? I wish I
Yes,
could.
You can. Don't
That
be modest.
green belly
Modest.
Titanosaurus, you can't get that anywhere. That was probably like a one-off, one
Wait,
event.
which
one? Oh, the
UG
green
Adding
belly?
Table. Green belly.
Yeah.
Green belly
Yep,
one?
that's
Green
the one,
belly.
man.
Ooh.
Was it one of those samples?
Yeah.
Remember there was like a bunch of samples that were on Mandarake a couple years
I
back.
did see that. Those were mostly marmots, I think, but maybe
Oh,
there
that's
were
right,
some
it was
ones that
marmots.
went up
You're
too.
right.
But
You're right, it was marmots.
sometimes Yuji will have these like random little like he'll be spraying a run and then have an extra pink or something in his brush, and he's like, you know what, here's a one-off or something, and they come up, and yeah, I saw that, and I was just enamored by it. But he set them up beautifully. They're just great collection.
Green Belly is
Enviable.
beautiful. I do like that one.
I didn't realize there was that many colors of the M1 Titano either.
There's a couple more out there too, but yeah, it's a really fun one. That was released in '98 or something. That skull, because there weren't any Titanos. Bullmark had made a mini.
It's like one of the
and
first
that was
ones Yuji did. Yeah.
Yeah, and just as far as Titano merchandise, there was nothing on the market except for like a Bullmark mini and like maybe some Keshi or something. I don't know, little things. But as far as Fubi, nothing. And then as far as I know, Yuji made this, and then Marmot had theirs and the Para Baby line. But still not a lot. Marsan.
Back then, there was nothing Titanosaurus. And I remember John and Kyle probably remember this. There was a rumor, for those of us who collected Bandai, there was a rumor that Bandai was going to release Gabra and Titanosaurus. And it never happened in that phase. They did it at a smaller scale, but that was like the rumor. They're going to do Gabra and Titanosaurus. We're all stoked, and it never came to be. In the standard scale. Do you remember hearing that, John, that rumor?
When they finally did release a Titanosaurus, I remember riding my bike, like the farthest I'd ever ridden as a kid, to go pick it up from a local store and back again. It was just like the one thing I had in my backpack. That was a big day.
Well, he's your boy, right?
I still have that toy. Yeah, I still have
Your
that
boy.
one.
What is it about Titanosaurus that fascinates you so much, Mr. Sides?
I don't know, man. I don't know. He just gets me. He just gets me.
Is it that roar? What did Leslie say? It sounded like being drugged by a bunch of cats. Is it the roar?
There is no one ingredient that makes the perfect soup. It's got to be an accumulation of things.
An amalgamation.
Yeah.
Nice.
Beautiful.
Excellent.
Right.
And of course, for June, Jessica, one of my favorite pictures listed this month. So gorgeous, gorgeous figure, gorgeous photo.
Yeah.
And much like my love for Titanosaurus, it's her love for Anguirus is 10 times over.
I'm telling you, she's got like every.
Oh yeah.
If not every, almost every Anguirus thing you can imagine in the world.
Yeah, mad props to her collection. I love collections like that.
For real.
Fantastic.
Outstanding. Nice work,
well
guys.
Well done, Collecto Monster collectors.
Look at our team.
All right.
Look at us.
Well, that was really great. Let's see. It's been a while, but since I've seen one, but there have been a bunch of the Hondathon hashtags. So right now what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to the StreamYard giveaway tool and show this all off so you guys know we're on the up and up.
Well, let's do it.
All right, so let's go ahead and start generating those winners. 13 entries. Who's going to be the winner? Thank you, Jonathan.
Good odds.
And the winner is...
Alex
Yeah. Oh, the music choice. Fantastic, Jonathan. So yes, congratulations, Alex. Tell you what, Jonathan is... I'm not sure if you're connected with Jonathan. If you're not, I can hook that up.
Yes, he is,
but
for sure.
If you are connected, go ahead and just reach out to Jonathan. He'll get that shipped out to you. And again, thank you so much. That was awesome.
Congratulations.
Yeah.
Also, check out Alex's art if you guys haven't seen it.
Oh,
yes,
Alex
check out his art.
Please, yes.
Yes.
Follow
Awesome
Alex
art
on
he's been
Instagram. I believe it's Art of Alex Sawyer. And on Facebook, he posts stuff as well.
Really
There
cool
he is.
Kaiju and Godzilla art, yeah.
Now, Jonathan, Alex is going to G-Fest. You might want to stick that in your suitcase. Save yourself a shipping.
there you go.
To the post office.
Oh, there you go.
It's not a bad idea, Alex. If you're okay with waiting just a little bit, I am happy to ship it to you if you really want.
Hand delivered.
Totally happy to ship it to you, but
Free of
I can
charge.
personally hand deliver it to you if you
Or
would
is that
like that.
extra?
That'd be easier.
Do you charge more for the hand delivery?
I charge a convenience fee.
And a photo, and you sign the photo.
That's right. That's right.
Just give me one of your prints, Alex. There you go.
Oh,
Totally kidding. Totally kidding.
that's a good trade, man. Really good
That's,
trade.
hang on. This is a winning situation. You don't trade for that.
Oh, right. Sorry. Wait, did I say win?
Anyway.
I meant trade.
Right. Yeah. Whoops. Anything can happen in a live show. Okay, I think this is probably a perfect time to call this episode done. I'm just going to go ahead and say, if you found us and you like us and you haven't subscribed yet, please do give us a like, give us a subscribe, give us your attention. Get notified when the next episodes are happening, when these supplementals are happening. We're producing way more content now than we were a year or two ago. So we want to make sure you get to see it, because we're doing this for you, man, and ladies, and etc. So basically, keep watching this, guys. Keep watching Collect All Monsters, because we got all sorts of cool stuff coming up, including, don't forget, at the end of this month on the 24th, the celebration of Pride Month with David and his crew are going to be taking over the airwaves that afternoon. So I look forward to that. I'm sure everybody else is looking forward to that as well. Don't forget to join our Monster Collectors group, Facebook. You know, the Collect All Monsters Monster Collectors group on Facebook. We have a great time showing off stuff. It is really, I'm just going to say, it's the best group on Facebook. And hey, if you like...
We're not biased or anything. Not biased.
Not biased, yeah. If you like the collectible news that we showed, but you have not checked it out yourself, go to kaijubattle.net, where Mike Farah really shows off all of the collectibles that are coming out.
He's on it.
It's incredible. So,
as soon as it's announced, he is on it, man.
He is on it, it's true. So, I think the next thing for me to say is that our next episode is G-Fest. We are going to be doing a live episode at G-Fest that includes a modified show and tell, chat room check-in. I'm just going to say it right now, a Hall of Fame segment that's going to become an annual thing for us, and so much more happening at G-Fest. So make sure, if you're going to be there, you come hang out with us. I will say on Sunday, because David suggested I announce this, on Sunday of the show, we have a table in the dealer's room that will previous days be occupied by G-fans helping G-fans. Thankfully, Dave is hooking us up with that table, and we're super happy about that. What we want to do is we want to provide a photo opportunity for you guys to, A, come by and show off what you got at G-Fest.
Yes.
Please. We want to record videos of you guys showing off what you got at G-Fest in front of, hopefully, a backdrop. And then we're going to stitch those together and make something cool with it. Secondarily, though, on Sunday at, I believe, 11 a.m., 1 p.m., and 3 p.m., those 3 times at G-Fest, we're arranging for the entire crew to be there at the booth. So if you want to come get a picture, or if you're weird and want to get something signed, like, that's when we'll be there. But you know,
some selfies.
Yeah, right. Yeah, definitely. Selfies. That's the whole reason we wanted to have a table. We're not selling anything. We're having a table so that we can basically have a spot where you can come communicate with us and find us. So we are hoping to have a party Saturday night. Will y'all be selling cam merch there? No.
Well,
but at Alex Meredith's table, he's going to have the very first 20 of the next the next Kamegon figures. So Kamegon version 2, which is going to be a glow in the dark. We're doubling the production run, but he's only going to have the first 20 at the show. Thank you, Jonathan. So imagine this guy. Imagine this guy, but with a glow in the dark, blue green color scheme. And Alex will.
We can all sign the header card.
Only 20 of those for sale at the show. So just a heads up on that.
That's going to be fun, you guys.
After G-Fest, we're going to pick up the production on that again. What else? Oh, you know what else we're going to do? We're going to unveil 2 designs for merch at the panel as well. So it's going to be a flat brim cap and a patch design.
Ooh, cool.
Unveil at the panel. So make sure you come check it out, because we need an audience there to make a ton of noise.
Yes, please.
We're going to get
come
goofy,
see us,
guys.
Absolutely.
I have this idea for the intro that really requires a lot of noise, so that the people in the panel room next to us are like, what the F is going on? Okay? So, I know I can count on you, because the Monster Collectors Yeah, I am going to be there. I got my tickets last month, I think, and yeah, I'm going to be there. I've got. I'll be there Wednesday through, and leaving early Monday morning. So,
That's the only reason I'm
super
going.
stoked.
I'm going just to see
Perfect.
Kyle. That's it.
Yeah.
And Kyle didn't mention there's going to be some giveaways, at least one giveaway during our live show. So
yes,
there's
right.
that.
We need to get on that too. Yeah,
we need to get on that too, and that's going to be something really cool that you guys are going to dig.
Yeah,
I hope.
Absolutely.
Yeah, it's gonna be a great live episode, and then later on we'll get it online so people can still see it. Okay, let's go ahead and finish this out, because what we normally say is, until next time. Oh, thank you. Our planet may be doomed, our Earth devastated, the monsters are in revolt, and civilization is in chaos. We must unite and collect all
monsters.
monsters.